And welcome in, everybody. Let me just get the note, refresh the stream. Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you were watching this on the VOD, hello, welcome, friends. If you were here for the previous part, live on Twitch, thank you so much. Good to be back. Welcome back to you as well, my friend. Let me unpin this message and pin the welcome message. There we go. Perfect. We will pin that message. The slogan, as always, we are going to manually pin that until I say otherwise. There we go. Welcome on in, everybody. I've changed the camera size because, as I said at the top of the last part, I bumped the camera in between part 3 or 3.5 and part 4, and I couldn't remember what my settings were and was trying to readjust everything and fiddle with settings and whatnot, and couldn't remember what size I had the camera on. So I've changed it back to normal, which is much better. I can see much more of the screen now, thankfully. But on the preview that it has on PlayStation's camera preview, it's much, much smaller. And so I was like, that seems too small. So I picked the medium size, and it was much too large on stream. So we fixed that. But welcome on in, everybody. If you are new here, my name is Triune. Preferred pronouns they, them, but any and all are fine. If you were here for the last part and you don't see the stream live, do me a solid, do me a favor, and refresh the stream because we are live again. So it may not auto pop up. I don't really know. I don't generally watch Twitch on a laptop or PC, so I don't know how it works if I go live again, if you're on the page, if it will just pop back up or not. So you may have to refresh your page. But we are back at it again. Damn, Daniel, back at it with the new kicks. Daniel mentioned, oh no. But yeah, if you're new here, that's who I am. That's the pronouns. But really, you can call me whatever you like. Just don't call me late for dinner. We are going to be jumping back into Life is Strange True Colors for the 5th and final episode of the main story. I'm very, very excited. We left off on a massive cliffhanger, of course. In part 4, it was the Spring Festival. We helped out all the townsfolk. We have officially now, as far as I am aware, we now are locked in for the good ending. Don't trigger me with Daniel. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, JR. My guru. Many apologies. Mea culpa, mea culpa. But yeah, we're going to be getting into the final part. Part 4, we did the Spring Festival. We officially have romanced Steph. We've helped Ducky. We've helped Eleanor. We've helped Charlotte. We've helped Riley. We've helped everybody get to the best possible ending. We have been getting all of the trophies on our playthrough so that we can try and get the platinum trophy in one run. So we are making perfect progress. There is only let's see, there's 5 collectibles. I joke, or do I? Hands up. Hands up. This is a stick up. Sorry, I mentioned Daniel. That's on me. But we have the trophies for all 5 collectibles. Get all of the collectibles in Chapter 5. Get all of the collectibles in Life is Strange True Colors, which we will get as soon as we get all 5 in Chapter 5. Complete Chapter 5, and then the Platinum itself. So we have 8 trophies left. So provided that we don't miss any, which they're pretty hard to miss, honestly, it is pretty generous about highlighting collectibles in this game. It's if you are a curious little kitty and you like exploring, then it's pretty easy to find the collectibles in this. I do appreciate that. This is, honest to God, one of the easiest platinums I have ever had on a PlayStation game. And I appreciate it so very much that they consider that. But without further ado, let's wrap this up like it's Christmas Eve. Get comfy, get cozy, and let's play. So in the last part, major reveal after the Spring Festival, as we were talking with Jed Lucan, owner of the bar that we work at. He took us to the mine because we were certain that Typhon is covering up some things, and he revealed to us that yes, they are. Took us all the way out to the mine.
Welcome back, Alex.
To a shaft, and let loose the truth that he's been aware
time in Colorado?
The entire time that they're covering something up, only to pull a gun on us.
Let's start with something
and as
positive.
we tried to talk him down, fired
what did you learn
it, and
from
we
your
fell
visit
into
to
the
Haven
mine
Springs?
shaft. We pick up here now. What did we learn? To not be afraid of my emotions.
I learned to let myself feel, I guess. And to not.
Oh, hey,
be afraid
ads
of
just
those
started,
feelings.
by the way. If you're not subscribed,
Couldn't one argue that those old
thank you for
fears
sticking
turned
around
out
through
to
the
be
ads.
justified?
It does go to support the stream. I appreciate it very much.
What
Every single penny
you
that we
make
make
of
on
that
this stream,
fiction?
I give back to the community in the form of gifted subs as a thank you to try and help more and more people not sit through ads. Of course, if you don't get one of those gifted subs and you would like to support the channel, then it's easy enough for you to do so.
I'm proud of you for trying.
You can either
You helped some people.
get Twitch Turbo, which lets you
Face
watch
the
ad-free
mystery.
across all of Twitch.
Got to kiss a
and does
pretty
support the
girl.
streamer as though it was a tier 1 sub watching through ads. You can
Yeah,
also
Alex.
subscribe yourself or gift subs.
You're right back where you
or if you
started.
have Amazon Prime, you can you get a free subscription to one channel every month. If you like the content that you see here, why not consider this channel? I think it's a pretty good one, but then again, I'm a little biased. You can also support the stream in the form of bits. All of this, of course, is never required, but is always very appreciated. Thank you. I didn't hear what she said leading up to this because I was yapping and doing the promo stuff during ads because I realized I like promoing during the ads. It feels better. You're wrong. I don't know why. That's just what my gut tells me.
You're wrong. I don't belong in here.
If that were true, Alex, you'd know you were talking to an empty chair.
Bwah. As is tradition in Life is Strange games, go figure. It's the point where you start getting a little psychological thriller and what the hell is going on. That's just how this game do. Let me just double check some stuff here. Just want to see something right quick. One moment, chat. I'm just double checking my chat monitor here. There we go. Okay. Ads should be done in about 30 seconds. So we'll... I also forgot we started the game, and I forget that 5 minutes in, it starts the 3 minutes of ads. And I had intended to hit the run ads button as soon as we went live again.
Is that what I look like?
So that it would run the ads in all the welcome stuff so that we could start the chapter and not have ads going while there's story stuff.
My guitar.
But if you are stuck watching ads and you need a refresher, welcome back from the ads, by the way, everybody. If you have no idea what's going on because I forgot like a dingus.
Maybe I should knock?
Sure. And you need a refresher on what is happening, feel free to ask. But Alex fell down that mine shaft and we're tripping balls.
Alex Chen? My
never heard of her. Try again.
Never heard of me. Sure.
This guitar case has a little attitude.
Huh.
A combination. Wait. I got it. Hang on. There's 5 digits.
No,
42069.
I don't think that's right.
Shit. I got it, chat. Hang on. Hang on. I got this. I got this. We just had it out of order, that's all. 69,
No.
420.
I
No,
don't
that's
think
428.
That's right.
69,
No.
420.
I don't think that's right.
Damn it. Well, I tried. I did my best. It wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch the guitar. Let's look at the family photos.
These don't belong to Dr. Lin.
Nope, sure don't. Those are our family photos, Alex. Because you're unconscious in the bottom of a
Tuning
mine.
peg.
Oh, look at that. We've got a message from Dr. Lin. In light of all the recent excitement, now is a good time to remind Helping Hands residents that impulses to leave our institution, while understandable, are best resisted. Remember, the outside world is sharp-toothed and possessed of an insatiable hunger, and you are soft and slow and appetizing. Why throw yourself into its mouth? Throw yourself instead into mine. Another one from Dr. Lin.
Get back here.
Attention residents, please join me in welcoming Alex Chen back to Helping Hands. We're happy, though not surprised, that Alex has once more submitted herself to the stultifying, it's in Swahili, to the stultifying and inescapable embrace of our institution. The poster has disabled replies. In search of one missing patient, answers to Alex. She is always scratching at the door, trying to get out, but she's declawed, so her capacity to fend for herself is minimal. If spotted, please exercise caution when approaching. She will appear friendly and normal, but we've had some behavioral issues in the past. Please help me find my patient. I'm starting to really get worried. The poster is disabled replies. Okay, let's grab the tuning peg, because we can just reach into pictures. You know, that old thing. All right, we got the tuning peg, which goes to the guitar, but we need the combination to get into the guitar. I don't think we can just open the door, right?
To get out of this place.
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure we can't just open the door. That would be too easy. Case number, Alex Chen.
I guess that's me.
53322.
Case number 53322.
Do you think it's a number for a different kind of case? Do you think it's a number for a different kind of case, chat? Let's read. Alexandra Alex Chen, age 21, gender female. Symptoms: emotional instability, occasional violent outbursts, hallucinations, visual hallucinations, oral, delusional ideation, depression, anxiety. Diagnosis: I don't know.
Thrown down a... what?
Alex experiences a detailed and robust illusion that she is able to read other people's emotional states and believes that because of this ability, she is uniquely equipped to help others overcome their own emotional trauma. It's difficult to overlook the irony. Someone as profoundly dysfunctional as Alex adopting the role of emotional caretaker. Had she not been returned to my care, I do not think it hyperbolic to speculate that her reckless attempts at fixing her friends and family would eventually have gotten someone hurt. It's my belief that Alex's delusions constitute a threat to her continued well-being, as well as those of others. As such, I recommend Alex be thrown down an endless pit, her body shattered against each jutting board and errant brick until she is forgotten in the darkness beneath the world. This is, in my professional opinion, the most humane thing we can do for her. That's fucked up and rude.
Dr.
got a
Lynn
tape recorder.
always records our sessions.
Let's play.
12 years ago, I made a mistake. The kind of thing that you can't undo.
Yep.
Alex, you know that I care about you. With everything that has happened, I just want what's best for you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Case number 53322. It still says 69,420. Let's see. 5, 3, 3, 2, 2. Hey. Not the hardest puzzle in the world. And we already got the tuning peg for the guitar. Let's fix it. There we go. And now let's play. Is it going to be silent? Holy shit! We actually get to hear the guitar. Watch me get dinged for that one guitar strum. Fucking copyrights. Oh! 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 Alex, sweetheart, you got a little something right there. Oof. So the fall wasn't as far as we thought. And the bullet only grazed her head. But still a pretty far fall.
Oh,
Probably some busted ribs. Bleeding from the head. Still a pretty far fall. I hope we didn't miss anything by not opening the door to the office. I don't remember. I don't think the door opened. I think it, like, fucks with us. Well, goodbye. Cue the Dark Souls, you died.
Alex.
Gabe?
Well, if you didn't think
You're dead.
we were tripping before.
So? Lots of people are dead, Alex. Most people.
Where are we?
And I'm so
I wanna
sorry.
say, a hospital?
Dr. Mendez to intensive care. Dr. Mendez to intensive care.
Yep, definitely a hospital.
Gabe.
Okay, here's what I do know. You are 10, I am 14. Our mother is sick. So is our father. But it's a different kind of sickness.
You get the backstory on
Play
the
your
Chen
part.
family.
Ow! Gabe, Why?
I didn't do anything.
Both of you.
Dad.
Papa
Behave.
Chen.
Alex, go check on your mother.
Okay. She was right over there, waiting for me.
Yep. We do still have our emotion powers. And there's something right there.
Gabe? Alex?
Scary
I
news.
need you to listen very carefully. We got some scary news today, and I'm going to be spending some time at the hospital.
What? Mom? Are you okay?
So that is the
Now,
first
it's
of
going
5.
to be okay. Do you understand me? Things will be different for a little while, but I am going to be okay.
She knew. Even then, she knew.
Yep.
Gabe and I used to watch cartoons on this thing after school. There it is. The painting that taught me that art sucked sometimes.
Yeah.
We couldn't afford a private room. Just got lucky, I guess. We spent so much time in here that I basically memorized every article.
We got some instant
Gabe
noodles.
told me it was full of needles. Scared me to death.
Not the biggest fan of needles either. That's totally fair, Alex.
It was always too hot in this room.
Okay. Let me just double check here, chat. Because we are trying to run this. So we need to find the business card, guitar strings, pendant, and bomber jacket. So business card, guitar strings, pendant, and bomber jacket. Okay? That's what we're looking for, everybody.
She's just on the other side.
Jump scare. Oh, the pendant is storyline related? Well, that's good. That one's unmissable. So then business card, guitar strings, bomber jacket. And I'm pretty sure the bomber jacket, I know it was in the bar the first time. I don't remember exactly where it is the second time. But like I said, they're
How
usually
many nights
pretty
did Dad spend
generous.
in this room?
Like, you can hit
Sleeping in
the
an
emotion
uncomfortable
powers
chair
and it'll outline
and eating
them
the
like it
vending
did with that
machine
purse.
dinners.
And even if you're not in emotion, it'll show the like pulsing white circle above it, telling you like, hey, use your powers on this, idiot.
There's something so weird and scary about watching your dad cry.
Dads are allowed to have emotions.
Mom. Every time I saw her, I worried it would be the last. Hi, Mom.
Oh, boy.
Mom. Mom. Such a brave girl. How do you ever get so brave?
Is that how it went? You don't think you missed anything?
Not like this. Not like this.
Ow!
Not
Gabe,
like this.
Why?
I didn't do anything.
Both of you.
Dad.
Behave. Alex, go check on your mother.
Okay.
So, presumably, Alex was sent to check on her mother because,
Wait.
at least this is the way I've always seen it,
Did I miss something?
because Alex and Gabe's dad needed a word alone with Gabe, presumably telling him what was about to happen.
We couldn't afford a private room. Just got lucky.
Is
we
this all
spent
going to be
so
the same
much
stuff?
time in here that Gabe told me it was full
Yeah.
of needles.
Those are all the same.
Scared me to death.
Painting. She didn't make a comment on it this time.
Gabe and I used to watch cartoons on this thing after school.
Mom's
She knew.
keys.
Even then,
We have the water
she
this
knew.
time. Oh, also probably because Alex was a lot closer
No
to her
matter how
mother.
much Mom drank,
That also
her
makes
throat
sense.
was always dry.
Yeah, something about hospitals,
It
man.
was
Like,
always too hot in this room.
I don't drink a lot of water. I usually tend... It's weird because people think I'm weird, but I think water tastes gross. People are like, water doesn't have flavor. And I'm like, bullshit. It absolutely does. And maybe it's the pipes that it comes out of that I drink it from.
How many nights
But
did
even
Dad
bottled
spend
water,
in this room?
I don't know. It tastes
There's something
weird,
so weird
to
and
me.
scary about watching your dad cry.
But I don't know what it is. I've been in the hospital only a few times in my life, and
Hi,
every
Mom.
time it is like, you feel the same about water? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, water tastes gross to me. You know, and water is life. Everybody has to hydrate,
Mom.
right? But you can get hydration from a lot of sources.
Water, Alex. Get her some water.
But I don't know what it is about being in the hospital, man. Like, that is the thirstiest I've ever been in my life. The few times that I was in the hospital, like, I drank more water then. And it's always in those kinds of cups in the hospital. It's the big giant one with the bendy straws. I drink so much water. I don't know what it is. And I hate it. I hated it.
Thank you.
But it's just like, always thirsty. Yeah, exactly.
You
Water is
almost
used in pretty
never
much
cry.
everything we eat and drink. So you're always going to get
You were very
water
small.
somewhere. Like, there's water in soda.
Did you know that?
It's carbonated, granted. There's water in Monster.
That's been my biggest challenge with you.
It's a kind of water.
How do you take care of someone who is already so strong?
I've officially finished my Monster, which is good because it is like 11:30. But I wasn't going to make the same mistake I did last time. What was that, Thursday? Was that Saturday?
Shh.
When
No
was that?
Tears,
I think it
my
was
strong
Thursday.
girl.
When I didn't have a Monster.
I want you
Woof, that was rough.
to make me a promise. Your brother, your father,
It's 1:30 for
they
you.
are going to need you.
Well, I'll try and speed run.
You have to be strong.
I mean, granted, this chapter's fairly short. Like, it's
Will you
the
do that,
flashback stuff,
Alex?
and then we get out of the mine and confront Jed, and we find the whereabouts of our dad, and then confront Jed, and like then
Such a brave girl.
take down Typhon.
How do you ever get so brave?
Presumably, there might be more in there, but That's true. You have been for much later. And I always appreciate you sticking around with me, JR, because I know especially those Saturday streams. Listen, those are long for me. So I completely get it. Like, we're going till 5, 6 a.m. on some Saturdays. And, whoa, man. I can only imagine. Going till, 8 a.m. for you? So, I know the struggle is real, but I always appreciate it. But then, we're doing the 2 parts tonight. Well, we did the first of the 2 parts tonight. For you watching on the VODs on YouTube, hey, we filmed part 4 just earlier. If it wasn't aware from part 4. Listen, if you're watching part 5 and you didn't realize that we filmed part 4 the same night, why did you watch part 5 first? Interesting flex, but okay. So we are back in our childhood home. You can see there's, of course, the picture. Maybe it's their favorite part. Maybe. But that means you're skipping over the Steph kiss. And, hey, I won't judge, but that's kind of the high point of the game. Like, the boss fight against Jed at the LARP and kissing Steph Gingrich. Like, that's like the 2 major memorable points.
Was that the last time you talked to her? Mom.
I do like in this one. Right,
I think
exactly.
so.
Boo, don't skip the kiss.
Do you miss her?
It's honestly, like, that scene is what made this my favorite
Gabe,
game. Because
What's going on?
It was
You're
not
11,
as
I'm
impactful
almost 15. Dad and I
because
are
there was no
time
music
bombs.
for it.
You keep running back and forth
when we did it on
trying
stream.
to defuse us
But,
both.
like, that scene was so impactful and so sweet for me that, like, it stuck with me for so long.
This is going to suck so bad.
That's what made this game my favorite in the series.
Play your part.
Yeah, exactly. Not having the background music is crazy. Like, I get not playing licensed music, right? I get that part. But you copyrighted the ambience, you copyrighted the instrumental music? That's wild. Like, why would you do that? I mean, I guess if they didn't have the music composed for the game, but pretty sure the music was composed for the game.
When they got like this. Drown
Yeah,
them out
it doesn't make
wait
sense.
for it to pass.
It's instrumental that is
Bullying Kyle
composed
my best friend
for
on
the
days
game.
like this.
I guess maybe if they like licensed a composer to make it, and therefore it is licensed music because you had a composer, like maybe it's something in the agreement deal, right? Of like, they hired a composer, but the composer got to keep some of the production rights to the music, or all of the production rights, so that no matter, what happened from there, they would make money off of the music, I guess. I don't know. Or someone abusing the copyright system. That could be too. Because, yeah, it's still crazy to me that we turned on the copyright mode and they're just like, fine, no music. Except for weird points. Where it's like, at the beginning of Chapter 3, anytime you're in the bar with the jukebox on, there's background music. Anytime you're stopping by the record store, with the radio, they let all of that be
It's okay.
in the background.
It's just me.
I don't know.
But that's not how it went down, right?
It's like, anytime I think I said this in an earlier part, anytime the music is off in another room, it's fine. But if the music is directly playing over the scene, it's cut completely silent.
It was my job to keep the peace.
Uh-huh.
But no matter what I did...
I mean, it never should have been your job, Alex. That's the really rough part.
I tried so hard to keep my promise to her.
Right? The really rough part about the, I'll say it, abusive relationship that their father had with them.
This was probably the most expensive thing we owned.
I mean, he's a man going through grief. He lost his wife. That's rough, sure. I'll give you that. But it's still an abusive relationship, right? With his kids. Yeah, the scene just is really tough. Hey, shout out to the instant pasta container that we also saw, the very same one, reused asset. It's to save budget, but the very same container with the very same like tear on the packaging in Alex's apartment when she was dealing with the post Gabe's death depression. Little abject silence there. Break.
All right.
I just wanted to make sure because that's probably an option at the end. Where it's like, Alex did listen to music and sit in silence.
Mom and Dad had this TV before they had either of us.
I had a TV almost exactly like that, chat. With the built-in VHS player. I had almost exactly the same TV.
Gabe had barely used this backpack in weeks.
A tiny
Nobody
old
could get
portable
him to go to
CRT
school.
with a VHS built in.
Gabe loved Son of Lead back when it was
Son
an
of
indie.
Lead.
It was too gory for me.
It's giving Sin City.
The Killer Mistress tabs in this book weren't even close to
It's
right.
okay, Life is Strange 1, Episode 5 knows all about reusing assets. Very true. Plus, most of Before the Storm is reused assets. Also true. Saving budget where they could.
Gabe and Dad were so loud when they fought.
Let's
Mom's old
continue
sewing
looking
kit.
around.
Don't think I've ever even tasted a butter cookie.
Man. Shout out to Cookie Tins being the universal, this is now a sewing kit. If you didn't have a parent or grandparent that had one of those butter cookie tins that was just full of sewing stuff, were you really even a child? Like, did you
Cleaning
really even
Dad's
live?
ashtray was
you know?
not my favorite job in the world.
Maybe it was
full
an
of
older
greedy
generation thing.
Mom kept
Considering
every
that,
single
you
one
know,
we ever got.
You've potentially got people reaching adulthood. Reusing assets definitely helped Deck 9 when making all the new stuff for Before the Storm with the tight schedule it had. That's right, because Before
Thanks
the
for
Storm came
trying,
out
Lucky
relatively
Cat.
quickly after Life is Strange 1.
My job was to sort them in order of how close we were to a collections notice. Mom's old sewing kit. Don't think I've ever even tasted a butter
I
cookie.
don't remember the exact
I can't believe
timeline,
they were ever this happy.
but I remember being
I wanted to be a
it not
werewolf
being
that
super
Halloween.
long.
Couldn't afford the costume.
No.
Gabe used to steal Dad's beer all the time. It was like the one thing they didn't fight about.
Who keeps beer on the counter? Honestly. You want to drink lukewarm, like, I don't drink anymore.
2 cups
I
water
haven't for a
one cup
long
rice.
time.
Set timer for 30 minutes. Do your history homework.
Okay.
Serve.
Hang on. Alex. Hang on. I get the feeling, and this isn't a race thing. This isn't a racism thing. Right. 2015 was Life is Strange 1. Before the Storm was 2017. Life is Strange 2 was 2018. Right. Because they were in massive crunch time. this is why I get the feeling that, and maybe this is me, but I don't think they had a whole lot of AAPI people being Asian and Pacific Islander people
I remember them fighting
on the
outside.
writing team
I just wanted to
for
help.
Alex. Maybe that's me. Because, and here is why.
2 cups water for 1 cup rice. Set timer for 30 minutes. Do your history homework. Serve.
2 cups water for 1 cup rice. Incorrect. Anyone who has spent any amount of time around any AAPI household will tell you, you don't measure shit. You don't use cups to measure rice. First of all, you put the rice in there, you wash it at least 7 times until the water runs clear, and then you use your finger. You dip your finger in the rice, and if the rice comes up to your nail, then you fill with water until it's up to your first knuckle. That's how you use a rice cooker. You use your finger, the finger method, every time. Cups, you shouldn't even know what a measuring cup is, Alex. How dare.
We never really touched these after Mom
Finger.
died. She was such a good cook. Almost empty.
What would Uncle Roger
Almost
say
always.
if he knew you were
I
using
wanted to be a werewolf
measuring
that
cup?
Halloween.
I'll tell you what he'd say.
Couldn't afford the
Hiya!
costume.
For shame. Oh, there's the business
I
card.
didn't even know what CPS was.
Leslie Halloran,
Just that I was afraid of them.
caseworker. I had a run-in with CPS once. We got some kind of fight.
Hey, Gabe. I'm
Fun
Leslie
fact.
Halloran. I'm from the Oregon State Child
A
Protective
neighbor
Services.
called CPS on my
We got
my
a call from
parents and my
someone who said there
siblings
might have been
and
some
I-
kind
on
of
my
fight here
family
last
once.
night. Is your
Not
dad home?
because we were actually in any kind of danger.
Oh gosh, you
We
know
were
what?
actually
we were
had a great
yeah.
childhood.
That was like
But
rehearsal.
they called
And I'm in this
CPS on us
play
because
at
the
school,
neighbors on the
and my
other
dad, like,
side
he
of
was,
us
helping me
had,
learn my lines.
somewhat problematic kids.
Must
We
be
had
some
CPS
play.
show up at my
But
house
if you
as a
need
kid
anything,
and
my
start
number is
questioning
on
us
there.
with all this wrong information. Saw myself, my little brother, my little sister, and they were like, oh, it says that there should only be 2 children, a boy and a girl. They called my sister the wrong name. They took us outside one by one and started questioning us. We're having fucking panic attacks because we think we're going to be taken away for the rest of our lives. And then when they finally called someone the wrong name, I think it was my mother pointed out, she was like, wait a minute. What did you just call her? You have the wrong house. You need the one 2 doors down.
My job was to sort
grandma
them in
was
order
livid.
of how close we were to a
We
collections
were all pretty
notice.
distraught,
Thanks for trying.
especially my little
Lucky
sister,
cat.
because she was the youngest.
It was full of greeting cards.
But yeah, my grandma
Mom
was
kept
livid.
every
She was
single
like,
one we
I
ever
will
got.
pay for a lawyer. You take the state for all they're worth, and when you're done, you own CPS. And I was like, hell yeah, grandma. Hell yeah. Drag him.
Where you going? Are you gonna tell her, or is that my job?
Keep your voice down.
Fine, I'll do it. Alex, Dad lost his job again, so we're broke again.
Don't talk to me that way. Despite what you may believe, you do not know everything. You think what? I laid myself off?
It's okay. We'll figure it out. I could,
I don't know, Dad. But what are we supposed to do now? We gotta eat.
we can sell some records. Or what about my guitar? We could sell that.
Alex,
Yo, what's
what
up,
is it gonna
Spo?
take to get you
Welcome
to stop the
in,
mayhem?
Raiders. Charlie,
Your mother could
hello.
see you
Welcome,
now.
I don't wanna
friends.
hear about Mom.
Babe!
I'm so tired
Welcome,
of you
welcome.
using
You
her as
came
an
at a-
excuse to be a piece of shit.
A wonderful time. We are watching
Don't touch me, piece of shit.
Dad,
Alex relive her most traumatic memories. Maybe Felice Kwan
Alex.
doesn't use a rice cooker like
I'm
that.
okay.
Maybe, but
it's okay. It was an accident.
I learned the method from an AAPI person. I'm just saying.
Dad.
Welcome
it's
on in,
okay.
Raiders. Sorry for the trauma
Really?
you're witnessing.
I'm not hurt.
We're seeing Alex and her brother relive a memory from when they were 11 and 15, respectively.
Dad?
But welcome on in, Raiders. Welcome. She was one of the main writers on True Colors, and she's Asian. Oh, interesting. Maybe Hello, princess.
Someone will come.
Oh, there it is. A streamer. Hello, princess.
Woman from CPS.
Claps feet.
Someone.
Thank you for the streamer.
Dad.
I'm sorry.
Nice, happy-go-lucky moment. As their dad walks out on again, remember, an 11-year-old and a 15-year-old child. You're seeing them at their, most present ages. Gabe passed away in an accident. Listen, it's a whole thing, man. Alex was grazed with a bullet in the head, fell down a mine shaft, probably broke some ribs, fell even further down that mine shaft, and is now replaying through a bunch of her most traumatic memories. Very, very happy stuff. Happy-go-lucky. Very, very Saturday Evening Post, very Norman Rockwell. The happiest of times. This game is not always sunshine and rainbows. I'm sorry. I didn't write it, but it's very good. And it's definitely worth the trauma. And right now we are experiencing all of the trauma. I really wish they had the time to make child models for Alex and Gabe during these flashbacks. It would make these scenes hit way harder for me. Having their adult models acting this out was pretty disconnecting for me. True. Definitely fair. Definitely fair.
I can't do this, okay? I can't.
You need to.
No.
You need to be honest about what you see.
I have. And now I'm done.
Yeah, welcome on in, everybody. Of course, if there's anyone who's come along on the raid and you don't know who I am,
16. I steal a car and end up in
lurk trying to do something.
Gabe,
Absolutely, Spo. Thank you so much for the raid. 13, enjoy your lurk. Yes, 14, be sure to get your after-stream self-care. Always get that ass. It is important.
Mostly rooms in the
welcome on in
houses
for
of
anyone
foster
who
parents.
may be new here.
By the time you're 17,
my name is Triune. Preferred
you've
pronouns
seen
they,
them
them, but any and all are acceptable.
Somewhere along the line,
we like to do a lot of cozy games, a lot of solo epic games, and the like.
Your own emotions don't belong to you.
And no problem if anyone has to raid and run, no sweat at all. Or if you want to just lurk, that's okay too. Or if you want to engage in the chat and become one of the comfy crew, we'd love to have you.
I don't want this.
Alex.
Yeah, now I've done the official streamer welcome things. I need to get a PC and actually get like stream elements and all that, but
play my
computers are expensive. For decent ones that can do what I need it to do. But maybe one day we will get there. Maybe one day we will get a streaming PC and we will get stream elements, and then I can do the things with the commands where I can just hit like, oh, you know what? Here, if I haven't yet, because again, see, listen, man, streaming is hard. Shout out to Sporama, one of the homies. Do me a favor, if you haven't already, drop Spo a like. Spo is awesome. Sporama is a great streamer. Does a lot of a wide variety of games. Honestly, very much a variety streamer. Plays lately. Been playing a lot of Skate, and then we'll play like various different games. That's where I saw the game Pineapple on Pizza, which is something. It's a game. Whew. And you were playing Jackbox tonight. I don't know if you swapped from something else or not, but I hope you guys had fun playing the Jackbox and stuff. I definitely love me some Jackbox. Unfortunately, it is hard for me to
I used to write one.
Because I love playing Jackbox, but it is hard for me to... It was great? Hell yeah.
Why?
You guys were playing Trivia
You
Murder
clearly
Party when
missed
I
him.
left. That is
Yeah, I
definitely
thought
one of
he
my
missed
favorite
me.
Jackbox games. I played a lot of Trivia
Hence,
Murder Party
stupid.
with my brother Billy Kills, DJ Billy Kills, friend of the channel, mod of the channel. Because he used to run trivia. And starting out, we would actually just play Jackbox trivia at one of the local
God.
arcades.
They put me on so many meds.
Where is Chen, Alex? She was on aripiprazole. Aripiprazole. I'm not sure what that's for. Little tricky trying to keep up with stream, Discord, and game all at once on phone. Woo! But I'll figure it out. Hey, fair play to you, Charlie. Shout out to Charlie, man. That's why I didn't join in on the Jackbox earlier. I was trying to cram a bunch of food down my face because I have a very limited amount of time on Tuesdays between work and stream. But yeah, I was cramming food so that I wouldn't be starving during the stream. And it's hard to do because I'm watching Twitch on my phone and then trying to play Jackbox on top of that, which already doesn't work great on phone browser, at least not the last time I've used it. But then I can only imagine trying to add Discord on top of that and doing voice chat. That's a lot. We'll be doing more. Oh yeah, absolutely. I would totally be down. So I realized what I should have done was instead throw the stream on TV and then just join the Jackbox on my phone. But I didn't think about it. I was very much in time crunch mode. But yeah, let's see what cocktail did they have Alex on here. We have aripiprazole, which I'm not entirely sure if that is a real medication or not. Oh, you tried, but the delay on TV is way longer. That's fair. See, that's the thing. When you're playing Jackbox, you don't watch the TV, though. You don't watch the stream. You look at your phone, and you watch the phone, because the questions will come up much faster on the phone. And then you answer, and then, you watch with your ears when you're doing that. Let's see. They also had her on Lithium XR, which lithium I know is a real medication. Methylphenidate. Not sure if that's a real one or not. And risperidone. Not sure if that's real. I know lithium is real, but that's about it. Man, there's a lot of these kids on How do you say that? Risperidone is? Okay. Do you know what risperidone is for, perhaps? We have someone on estradiol. It's sertraline. Yeah, sertraline I knew about. Sertraline is, that's an antidepressant. Sertraline is just the not name brand. Oh, you don't remember? That's all right. Sertraline is the not name brand, not Xanax. Is it Xanax? I don't fucking remember. Same, Charlie. They tried putting me on sertraline, like 10 years ago? Didn't go so hot. Yeah, it looks like a lot of the kids are on aripiprazole. Aripiprazole? Oh, they're generic medication names. Ah, okay. Like sertraline and lithium are the only two that I recognize. Zoloft, thank you. That's the one I was trying to think of. I knew it was an antidepressant.
Some of them helped a little.
Yeah, fun fact.
They used
for anyone
to say this place wasn't a prison.
This place is a prison.
Well, maybe they were trying to keep you safe.
No, I'm
Guess
trying.
so. Whatever the reason, the end result was prison bars. I took a fork
Fun
in
fact,
here one time
if
and hid it under
anybody
my
doesn't
mattress.
read the About section on the
Just
YouTube
'cause,
or on
fuck you.
Twitch, you only have one collectible left to find. No, we have, let's see, we got the business card. There's the guitar strings there. Then we still have the pendant. I don't think we officially found the pendant yet. That would make sense. Risperidone is an antipsychotic. That makes sense. Let me see here. Check the trophies right quick. We have guitar strings, which are on the bed. We have the pendant, which is a story one. And then we have the bomber jacket, which the bomber jacket might be story 2. I think. Because I don't think it's the bomber jacket that I thought it was, now that I remember. But yeah, fun fact, if you don't read the About section, I do have dissociative identity disorder. It's after the confrontation at the bar. Right. Yeah, it's like near the end. We have the dormitory rules. For those that don't read the About section, I am a person living with dissociative identity disorder, or DID.
You really feel like you were their property?
Used
We
to
didn't
formerly
belong to anyone
went by the
else,
name
did we?
multiple personality disorder. It is manageable. It is not easy to live with, but
fancy
people can
Everyone
live with it.
had one
I'm
good
living
outfit.
proof.
We wore them to meet the parents.
But a fun fact
Did it
that
help?
I discovered
Kinda think
years
you
ago,
already know the answer to that question.
while
I
seeking
remember the kid
medical
who put
help
this here.
for
Sally.
dealing with depression,
something
as I've
with an
also
S?
openly told
You
people I
were
have.
friends at first, right?
On top of
Way
ADHD
at first.
and anxiety,
Then I freaked out on her and she was done with me. Just like
is
everyone else.
interestingly enough, the brain chemistry will change when switches happen between alters between persons, right? Persons in the brain. They've done CT scans on
I used to
DID
write one every
systems,
day.
and found that your
Stupid.
the shape of your brain itself
Why?
can shift
clearly
and
missed
change
him.
slightly
And I thought he missed me.
when there is a switch.
Hence,
And because I've been talking about that with my therapist recently, about DID or about the medications. Live with my mother who's schizophrenic and has seizures, so I see how hard it can be. It is definitely there's a relation to schizophrenia. It is, somewhat different in that schizophrenia is something that you're born with. And usually will have exterior auditory or visual hallucinations. DID can also have like what seems like visual or auditory hallucinations, but 9 times out of 10 is more in the mind, and is not something you're born with. It is an
there are my
affliction that
strings.
is put
Where's
upon
my
you,
guitar?
usually through
Are you
either
holding up,
extreme
Shu?
or repeated trauma.
Can't believe how long you've had that thing.
Not necessarily DID, but I have a dissociative
Was
disorder,
my only friend after you
and
left.
I most definitely need adjusted doses of everything depending on what state I'm in. Yep, that's exactly where I was going. So in DID, I talked about this a little bit on the very first YouTube video on the YouTube channel, where I talk about DID quite a bit. There's the guitar strings.
I don't understand.
Oh, absolutely.
Why can't I have my guitar?
I know it can be very difficult to explain, and you'll get through it.
We've been over this,
One day at a
Alex.
time.
Your guitar
Absolutely.
stays in the rec room. You can play it during free time.
And thank you for sharing that. Thank you for
bullshit.
being open and
I don't need
vulnerable
it in the fucking
enough
rec
to
room. I
share
need
that.
it when I'm
You're
stuck in
safe
the
here
fucking dorms.
always. No judgment whatsoever. Only support and love.
Alex, that's enough.
But
maybe we'll just take away your guitar privileges entirely, if that's
you
what you
can
prefer.
have
You can't do that.
hormonal fluctuations into the mix that can also be very difficult. Much love to you too. Thank you. What will happen is you can have trauma parts and you can have non-trauma parts, right? So DID, the way I like to explain it to people is, imagine you've broken a lamp, right? You shattered it into pieces and then you piece it back together, right? Is it still the shape of the lamp? Yes. But now it's made up of a bunch of pieces. So on the outside, it still looks like a lamp and it may still function like a lamp. But it's not necessarily made of the same components that the lamp used to be. You know what I mean? And likewise, you can have separations where pieces of the pieces can break off in new ways. Or if you glue them back together, you'll make a new piece that is a combination or a fusion of the two, but wholly different sometimes, right? That can happen with alters. The fun thing about medications is because you can have trauma parts and trauma-free parts, what can very often happen is you might have one part with depression and one part that doesn't have it. And because your actual brain chemistry can change, the actual physical shape of your brain can shift. They did CT scans, right? And you'll see dark spots in people with PTSD very often, right? That's where the trauma hits. There's this dark spot. They would do a CT scan. They'd see where the dark spots are. The person would switch. They'd do it again, and the dark spots would shift. Those dark spots are where your brain is like almost dented, right? It like flexes away from spots.
If I want to get out of here,
so it's why
my
you
part.
can have very awful migraines frequently with it, and it's how I live. But if you take someone who's on depression and you medicate them for it, and their brain switches to someone who doesn't have depression, and their brain begins producing all those chemicals to make them feel happy naturally. But then it's got this whole heaping dose of chemicals on top of it. It catapults you into mania. And your brain doesn't know what to do with all the happy. And so that's what I found. I discovered that. Yeah. It was really something how it feels having a transformer as a brain. Exactly. Yep. That's what I live with. It's just a day in my life. You're welcome and thank you. I have several family that deal with their own different mental issues, so I'm very understanding when it comes to things like that. Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah. So that's why I'm very much a proponent of I don't take any kind of prescription anything, and I've just learned to be very introspective, very
Everyone's
self-searching.
Feelings were so loud. I just
and do
needed
my best
something
to get to the
distract me.
root of every problem that I have and learn how to manage it, right? Boy, part of the reason why I've been a smoker for 21 years, because who knew? Nicotine helps calm anxiety. At least for me, it does. Though it's terrible for my health, and I am a cancer survivor, probably got it because of the nicotine in the first place. But yeah, I've found other ways to deal with it, right? Always very grateful and appreciative of anyone who is patient and understanding or just tries to have empathy for others. Absolutely. I always do my best to be empathetic of others because, and here's the other part, right? Part of the reason why I'm very careful about talking about my DID, especially in public, especially around people that I don't know, is because it is one of the most demonized and misunderstood neurodivergences to have. Because DID is one of two things. Either you know what it's about, or you get all of your information from media, harmful media, and incorrect sources. Things like the book and movie Sybil, which is not a true story of DID. It's actually the story of a monster of a therapist who manipulated one of their patients and projected a whole bunch of neurodivergences on them just to make a book about it so they could get rich and fucking famous. And that person is garbage, and I hope there's if hell exists, there is a special ring in hell reserved only for people like the person who wrote Sybil and people who talk in the theater. Yeah, you is right. I get big red mad when we talk about things like Sybil. The other one is Split, which you wanna oh boy, you wanna really see me get real upsetty spaghetti, never forgetty. Mention Split to me. When I say I have DID, be like, oh, like Split. Oh, now there's fights out. There's Big Trouble in Little China. Because that is one of the most harmful pieces of media that ever existed. And I kind of liked M. Night Shyamalan, if I'm honest. I actually enjoyed some M. Night Shyamalan films. I liked... It is so fucking insensitive. I had somebody to my face when I said that I had DID say, oh, like Split, I'm going to call you Patricia because you remind me of one of the persons that the guy has in Split. And I was like, don't fucking do that. And explained why it was so harmful. She was like, yeah, but you just remind me of Patricia. And I just had that like, okay. And it quickly fucking left. It was at a party too. I was flabbergasted. I was beside myself. Let me get caught up here. What helps me be as understanding as I am is because, like I said, I live with my mother, so I've been around that type of stuff literally all my life. That's totally fair, JR.
I need to read their feelings.
And
play my part.
It is good to be understanding because, you know, the thing about people with neurodivergences, especially for ones you're born with and for people who weren't born this way, but some bad shit happened to you and now you do your best. You didn't choose this life, right? Anyone with a neurodivergence, anyone with any kind of spicy brain, you didn't choose for that to happen. That was the hand you were dealt. And like, listen, if I could elect to not live with some of the things I live with, I would. It's not easy. It has its good days, it has its bad days. More often than not, it's been good. But that's because I've spent 8 years learning to deal with it. 7, 8 years, somewhere around there. And it's a day at a time.
I need to read their feelings. Play my part.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I know you didn't have anything to do with it, Charlie, but I appreciate the apology, even though you were not at fault at all. It's also why I have a problem with the Predator movie because of how they treat autism in that movie. And it really offends me because I have a couple of friends that have autism and I see how they deal with it. And it's such a shitty depiction in that movie. Very true. It is not great. That's a lot of work. Big respect to you. Thank you so much. And here's the other thing too. People try to present autism in movies, and it's usually the like totally catatonic, socially inept kid that like 10 minutes to Wapner type thing. And autism is a fucking spectrum. Like, I've taken the tests. I tested positive.
I need to read their feelings. Play.
But I'm on the like very minor side of the spectrum, right? It's a whole range. It's not you are or you aren't. You can be a little bit. I'm a little bit acoustic. Just a little. What do you want me to do here, Alex? There we go. We gotta search their emotions.
She's been through so much. I just don't know if we're prepared for
troubled girl?
Hello, legends. Welcome on in. Welcome. Glad to see you. Good to have you. What was that? Nuh-uh. You either like trains or you don't. That's how it feels. Yeah, that's how they present it, isn't it? Are you the thinking about trains kind?
It says here she's sensitive.
You know,
What is that?
it reminds me, I had a coworker, bless her heart. She was brilliant. She was also on the autism spectrum, and she'd have these bits where she was like, "Yeah, you can live with autism. I'm autistic, but it's okay. I'm not the thinking about trains kind." I'm just like, you can't say shit like that, man. People won't know that you're joking.
I wonder why she's never found a home before.
But no, I'm not the thinking about trains kind. I'm more the incapable of reading human fucking emotions and signals and not knowing how to deal with it. I like trains. Trains rights. Am I right, gamers? Shout out to Trains rights.
I'm sure she's a sweet girl, but she's
not to be
for us.
insensitive to any
She's
trains
awfully old, isn't she?
because I'm
This is the kid.
in
that's
that
in all
I'm in
those
that zone.
Right?
I want to help. I really do, but
Me too.
there's just something
Off
broken. Wrong.
With her.
She got the big red mad. I'm in a glass case of emotion. See, I'm kind of like the opposite of Alex. That's where my tism really lies. Played with train sets when I was growing up. I always thought trains, like the toy trains, were cool.
I'm sorry.
Like watching Mega Factories.
Why?
I'm not sure I know what Mega Factories is.
See what?
Sounds interesting. Is that like how it's made?
Nobody picked me.
So I've seen that.
Nobody picked you. Nobody picked you. Nobody wanted you. Mom died. Dad left. I bailed. You couldn't keep us together.
It was my job to keep us.
You were 11 years old.
Yeah.
You were 11 years old. You were a kid, Alex.
And fucking traumatized. A traumatized 11-year-old.
Life gets hard.
A documentary of how things are made in some of the
Sometimes it's
world's
a big
biggest
shit
factories.
sandwich.
Oh, okay. So I haven't seen that one, but I used to watch a lot
Be
of
angry
how
at
it's
Dad.
made on
Miss
what was that,
Mom.
Discovery Channel?
Hell, be angry at me.
Fucking mosquito is back.
Don't give up.
God, it vexes me.
No one gets to tell you what you're worth.
Lego Factory is one of the sex.
And
I
no
have
one
seen
can
a
take your life away.
well, not a documentary, but I've seen a
Fight.
video on the Lego Factory, and it is
I'm not sure
impressive.
You have a gift.
It also does make some sense as to why
There's something
sometimes
you
you
don't
can be
even
missing
understand.
pieces, or you might get an extra bag, or you might get a bag to another set, or you
change
might be
the
missing
world.
because it's like all robotic now.
Make it better.
It's like all computer counting,
Now get up.
and goes off of like weight too, which
Right.
is
Get
wild
up
to me.
and
That the
fight.
machines that they use know the weight of how many of each piece is, and it like measures out by the weight. It's crazy. Definitely know how Alex feels. I had to grow up a lot sooner than most, considering my mother's situation and my grandmother's. And my grandmother, and living with both of them. I'm really sorry, because it sucks when you're a kid and you suddenly don't get to be a kid anymore. And I mean that in the truest sense. That's why I'm so outspoken against people that hurt children in any kind of way. Because kids should be allowed to be kids. Ties right in with the subject of what's going on here. My heart absolutely broke for Alex when I first played through this, because here she is, a kid 10, 11 years old. Her mom is dying of cancer. Her dad struggles with alcoholism, and lucky for me, had great support system to help me, and my father was around. So me and him pretty much shoulder a lot of that responsibility between us. Hell yeah. At least there was good support, which is important. You can't do any... Listen, human beings are pack animals by nature. We're not meant to function alone. But yeah, that's why my heart really went out to Alex, because
I've got to find a way out of here.
Fucking imagine you are 10 years old and your mother is dying in a hospital. You spend your mornings at school, you spend your evenings at a hospital. Your dad is a drunk who's down on his luck. Your mom dies at 11. Your dad's a drunk who got laid off, lost his job, and Gabe says again. So he's in and out of work. They're constantly struggling to make ends meet to put food on the table. You got Gabe, who's 15 years old and is also struggling with alcoholism, because she talks about how Gabe would regularly steal his dad's beers. And then on top of that, you got this 11-year-old girl who's just trying to keep her family together. Fucking rough. Like, talk about a kid should be allowed to be a kid. And her dad just walks out and leaves them. Literally grabs his bag and walks out the fucking door. They wind up in the foster care system. Her brother goes to juvie, so he wasn't even around. He winds up in a juvenile detention center. And so she's on her own.
I need to survive.
In this foster care home. And on top of that, has these powers where she can read people's emotions.
No matter. Not that I'd be much good at climbing.
And worse, is affected by them against her will. When the big red mads hit, when people get too angry, those emotions affect Alex against her will, and then she feels them. We saw that in the fight against Mac, where she beat the shit out of him. And I know not a lot of people are lucky enough to have a support list, a support system that I was blessed to have, and I don't take none of that for granted. Oh, absolutely. For sure. Which is why I tried very hard to be a great support system for anyone that I can who wants it. Hell yeah. You're one of the kind... Hey, listen. You know what? One more time here. Why not? Because if you haven't yet, friends, do me a favor. Go give JR a follow. JR is one of the coolest people I know. Is so intelligent. Is very well versed in the video games. That is my Life is Strange guru right there.
Mine's growing into mine.
I really enjoy his content. You're one of the kindest, caring, most caring people that I know. And I haven't even known you that long. But ew.
I'm gonna choose.
Oh shit, it's a rat. But yeah, do me a favor, friends. Drop a follow to JR.
I could almost laugh.
His stuff is
if it wouldn't
super
hurt
chill.
So much.
And been working on that Life is Strange tier list.
How long has this stuff been down here?
Tomorrow night. Finishing off the tier list, maybe? Depending on how much yapping we do. Who knows? Sometimes I make a better distraction than I do a mod. Don't get me wrong, I've been wrong and mistreated in my life, but I still have never let that take away. Well, it disappeared too quick. Take away my kindness, and I love to share with others. Hell yeah. Listen, man, we've all made mistakes. I try my best to be a nice person. I still fuck up from time to time. And it's only been, more recently in the last few years of my life that I've tried to be decent. I was not a good person for a long time.
I can do this.
Uh-oh. Skettios. Hopefully nobody has a fear of the dark.
Okay, that's something.
So if you haven't seen any of the stuff before in this, Alex can not only feel
That aura
the emotions in people,
is the only lead I've got.
but can also feel the emotions in things, right? That's her empath power. So when she feels the emotions in a person, she gets almost like telepathy, where she kind of reads their mind and feels what they're thinking while having that emotion. Now Try, why I put True Colors as high on the list as I did, because of Alex's character. Oh, absolutely. Alex, like I said, I think Alex is, in my opinion, this is my favorite of the games, and I think Alex is actually the best main character in the series. That's just my opinion. People are well within their right to disagree, or have others higher. That's totally fine. But in my opinion, I think Alex is the best protagonist. And it's not 100%
all right,
because
boys,
I couldn't stand Max saying wowzers.
Helldivers for life, huh, Jed?
Dig so deep, we see where the devil sleeps.
Goddamn right.
But this right here, all this big red mad, this is all emotion we're feeling.
A lot of runoff moisture in this soil.
Aura.
Jed, we gotta call it. This dig is fucked.
Nothing's fucked.
Jed,
Have
we got
Alex
no
on
pumps
S2 for a
running.
reason.
No.
Yep.
My teams have never quit a dig this
She
deep
is
before.
pretty great.
We finish the job.
So yeah, we are feeling the
Steady
big red
goes.
emotions. Yeah, S tier.
Steady.
I knew what you meant.
Move! Come on! Clear the tunnel! Who's on radio? Jed!
We are feeling the emotions in all of the things around us.
Oh my god.
And red is very often acquainted with rage.
There's still men back there.
Why do you think
They'll
there would be
drown.
lots of rage down here, chat?
Yeah, and so will we if we don't get the fuck out!
We've fallen
Make
into
the
an
call,
abandoned,
Jed.
derelict mine shaft
God
where a
damn
bunch
it.
of miners
God
were
damn it.
trapped.
Everyone,
And Jed
let's go, now.
Lucan, owner of the bar that we work at, who fucking shot us in the head and sent us down this mine shaft.
Smells like
Don't mind me,
fireworks.
speech to text is hard.
Must
Hey,
be where
fucking
Typhon
typing
was
is hard
gorgeous.
too, man. I fuck up sentences all the time. Never mind the fact that my phone is stupid and tries to autocorrect me. But look at that big red mad aura coming from underneath those rocks. Why do we think that is? Jed Lucan is the hero of Haven. He's the hero of Haven who saved all the Helldivers from the mine. Saved all the Helldivers from the mine. Hey, chat. Jed was a hero because he saved all the fucking miners from the cave-in. Except that that's the locket that we threw at our dad. Spoiler alert. Where the devil sleeps. We got the trophy for the locket. Spoiler alert. If you haven't put two and two together, Jed didn't save everybody.
Come back!
And on
Jed,
top
you
of that,
son of a bitch!
one of the people that he left behind
Chen, you gotta stop, man.
was Alex's dad.
Jed! Fuck you, Jed! Come back!
whole reason why our brother Gabe
Jen.
came to Haven
He's not coming back.
I'm sorry.
was to find our dad and
I'm
try to
so
rekindle and
sorry.
reconnect. And he got as far as Haven, and the trail went cold. The whole reason why Alex comes to Haven is because Gabe is here, and they've been trying to find their dad, and she's been trying to reconnect with her brother, who's been trying to find their dad. And the trail went cold. And lo and behold, the mystery is now solved. Typhon did the explosion in the mountains that caused the landslide that killed Gabe because they were due for an inspection in this derelict mine right here. And they had the Rhea site. They had a second explosion that went off in this mine in Rhea because they knew that that's where the miners that were left behind and abandoned to death by Jed Lucan, they knew their bodies were down there. And if there was an inspection, those bodies would be found and the truth would be brought to light and Typhon would be no more. As would Jed Lucan. He would lose everything if everybody knew that he wasn't the hero that saved the Helldivers. That he's actually was the leader of the job and told them to press on and told them to continue digging.
I've come
He's
to
the one that
realize
damned them
what
all.
makes Haven so special. It's a flower shop.
There's the reveal.
Run by multiple generations. A bar owner who
And then you
greets
got Diane,
every customer by
corporate
name.
butt sucker.
It's a spring festival tradition going back
Jed did have
100
to make
years.
a tough choice, but also,
History,
but also he was the cause of the situation to begin
loyalty,
with. Exactly.
pride.
Exactly.
These values
He made a tough
which
call
define
to try to
Haven
save as many
are
lives
the
as he
same
could.
values that Typhon was
However,
built on.
Had he not
And that
made
is
the
why
decisions
our
in the
partnership
first
has
place
been so
that
successful.
led to them all getting trapped in the mine in the
It's been my
first
privilege to
then
renew
they
Typhon's
all would have been
commitment
out
to Haven.
safely.
We believe
He was
in
warned
this
not to continue
community,
digging, but he
and
did
we're
anyway.
tremendously excited for its
Exactly.
future.
Just like Typhon was warned not
Thank
to
you, Diane.
detonate because
I
fucking
think I speak
Ethan
for all of us
ran off into the
when I
mountains.
say we're eager
and they got
to
the
make
call
this
and said,
official.
"Hey, there's people up there. Don't
So,
detonate."
time
And
to vote,
Typhon made
folks.
the decision to
And then
detonate
lunch.
anyway. Dun dun dun. Next time you shoot somebody, Jed, make sure you don't fucking miss. Look at that. It's your past come back to haunt you, motherfucker. I lived, bitch.
Alex, oh my God.
I'm fine.
Kiss up and shut
you
me,
are not
Steph.
fine. We have to get you to a doctor.
What happened to you?
I'm going to be okay eventually. You're in the board game store right now? Hell yeah, Legends. Let's go. Do love a good game store. But then again, it's what I do for my 9 to 5, so. This will be hard to hear.
I found out something you need to hear.
What games you looking at there, Legends?
hard.
Anything tickle your fancy in particular? Anything jumping off the shelves at you?
Alex, you're
You
hurt.
looking for any good recommendations? I know a few.
Do you need help? We can call an ambulance.
Typhon's been lying to all of you. And so has Jed Lucan.
Alex.
You're a
What's
good
going
kid,
on?
J.K. Simmons. What are my recommendations? So, like baseline blanket suggestion, anything by Plaid Hat Games. First and foremost, off the rip. Plaid Hat Games is my shit as far as game makers. I absolutely loved Mice and Mystics. Love Mice and Mystics. Stuffed Fables, Comanauts. You love Plaid Hat? Hell yeah, brother. Let's go. Dead of Winter, although many of them are not Plaid Hat games anymore. I think Summoner Wars, yep, that one is still Plaid Hat. I want to say Stuffed Fables and Mice and Mystics and Dead of Winter, I think, are no longer Plaid Hat because they were. Plaid Hat was bought by Z-Man Games, who make Carcassonne. Z-Man Games bought Plaid Hat Games, and then Asmodee bought Z-Man Games. So that's why you didn't see a whole lot of stuff coming out from Plaid Hat for a few years. You have Dead of Winter. It's a good one. I used to have the Tabletop Day version that had Felicia Day as a playable character. Gave it to a buddy of mine because he enjoyed the game much more than I did. There's a few of them that Asmodee still owns because Colby Dotch, I don't remember how you say his last name. Great guy. Colby's super cool. I've met him a couple of times at conventions. Colby didn't like the direction they were taking Plaid Hat with Asmodee, so he bought the company back and separated, and Plaid Hat Games is back now. You watch Colby on Twitch? Hell yeah. Love Colby. He's a cool dude. But that's why they brought back Ashes. Ashes Reborn. And they did the whole new version, which if you like Magic the Gathering, or you liked Magic the Gathering, if you're a recovering Magic player like me, and you didn't like some of the directions or like the collectible stuff, your friends love Ashes. I fucking love Ashes, especially the Reborn stuff. When they started adding the Red Rains, now you got co-op and solo play with Ashes. It's great. Fernanda Suarez, still one of my favorite game artists ever. Fernanda, of course, parted ways with Plaid Hat some time ago, but her artwork's still fucking beautiful. My friend just played with Isaac Vega last weekend. Hell yeah, I love Isaac too. Isaac's such a sweetheart. Isaac is great. Isaac is one of the nicest people I've ever met in the games industry. I've been very fortunate and blessed to have met very many cool people in the game industry and made friends with them over the years through trade shows and stuff. Isaac is super nice. Yeah, Plaid Hat Games is back to doing what they do. If you're looking for recommendations on their newer stuff, I highly recommend their newer Crossroads games. That being Forgotten Waters is incredible if you like a pirate-themed board game. Daryl Andrews is one of your favorite. Daryl Andrews is one of my favorite designers. Hung out with him. Nice. Freelancers. Yep, that was the next one I was going to mention. Freelancers is also dope. And Familiar Tales is the newest one in the Crossroads line, which if you're a fan of anime and you're a fan of Piccolo or Vegeta or All Might from My Hero Academia or a fan of Zoro from One Piece, then you will know Christopher Sabat. Chris Sabat does the entirety of Forgotten Waters. So it's an app-assisted game, much like Freelancers, where you have an app that will narrate things for you. I think he also did all of Freelancers, if I remember right, or a good portion of Freelancers. He's also one of the characters you play in Familiar Tales. But Forgotten Waters especially, it's great having Vegeta himself read you all of the story bits in this pirate-themed board game. It was really, really fun. My brother Billy is a big fan of pirates and pirate things. I am too, to some extent, but not to the extent that he is. And so that's one that we played together as a group. It's a lot of fun. So that would be my blanket baseline suggestion. I personally really love Mice and Mystics. That is still my top, one of my top games of all time. But I also really like miniature-driven or miniature-based, narrative-driven scenario games. Like the TMNT game from IDW was also super great. gosh, what else? I've got like 400 games just in the other room. There's too many to list. Let's tell Jed to fuck off, shall we?
Fuck you.
Yeah. Tell him, Alex.
What the hell happened?
You're a good kid, J. Jonah Jameson.
I was down
Your
in the
friend
mine
would play
last
Mice and
night.
Mystics because he has a fear
I saw
of
what
roaches.
Typhon's been hiding
He
for
wouldn't play
12
Mice and
years.
Mystics because of the roaches. That's
Jed
fair.
Lucan isn't a hero.
I've also been very blessed that I
That whole
have
story
some very
is a lie.
artistic friends.
Jed caused the
Actually,
accident.
specifically one of my exes
And then he
went
abandoned
to an
7
art
of his
school
men.
and painted my Mice and
He
Mystics
let them
minis,
drown to
and the
save
roaches
himself.
look goddamn real. They are the most realistic
There were
roach
pictures of me and
miniatures
Gabe
I've ever
down there
seen.
in the dirt.
Which
Because one of those
disgust people,
miners
and I love it.
was my father.
Dun, dun, dun. I also highly recommend
Typhon
Stuffed
wanted to
Fables.
keep this covered
If you
up
have any younger
in case it
gamers,
jeopardized the vote.
Stuffed Fables is a great family game because it takes all of the fun of Mice and Mystics or Freelancers, same type of thing. It's another one of those story games where you play in the book. And Stuffed Fables builds upon that. If you want something slightly more mature and not as linear, highly recommend Comanauts. You've taught Stuffed Fables to many people? Hell yeah. I love Stuffed Fables. It's so cute. And Comanauts is brilliant. If you like the movie Inception and you like the gameplay of Stuffed Fables, definitely check out Comanauts. It's a non-linear game. They're afraid.
Everyone at that company is scared to death. All they do is protect themselves. So they decided to bury the evidence.
But yeah, once
nothing was going to stop that blast. Not even the fact that there were 4 people up in the mountains.
Yep.
That's how Gabe was killed. Jed knew all along. He covered up the truth about the past, about Gabe.
Played Tidal Blades today?
And when I found out,
I don't know if I've heard of that one. That one's,
as you can see,
that one's relatively new, right?
he tried to kill me too.
I'm also a little bit behind on my board game knowledge lately.
Why aren't any of you saying anything?
Tidal Blades 2 is the new one.
We don't want to embarrass you,
Oh,
Alex.
okay. I'll have to look that one up. Tidal Blades. I didn't ask you,
I
Diane.
wasn't asking you.
Yeah,
If
we
there's
got
things
sass.
Obligate me to at least address them.
Diane, I'm bleeding from the fucking head from a gunshot
These
here, and I broke some
accusations
ribs. You
are-
want to do me a favor and,
Well, they're insane.
take something hot and sharp and go fuck
trying
yourself?
to go into the mine was obviously a very dangerous, very illegal thing to do.
Diane, you
But we
corporate
all
asshole liquor.
sympathize with your situation. You've been through so much. Your brother was your only family, wasn't he? I can
Boo.
only imagine how
Boo
much
this
you want
Diane.
an explanation for his loss. Something to give you comfort and make your life seem less unfair.
I know you have a conscience, Diane.
Why don't you just tell the truth? You've been planning your exit from Typhon anyway.
Just
What? You never signed up for
Stop licking the
threats
boots,
or
Diane.
attempted murder. You hate this.
name
Now's your
names,
chance
Diane.
to stop.
Dad?
My backpack
you
today
have any idea what
was
Alex is
How to
talking
Save
about?
a World, Dreadful Meadows, Martiandice,
I
and
don't.
Up or Down.
I've tried to be there for Alex since Gabe died.
Somebody told me about
I thought-
Martiandice. I need to
I
look
don't
that
know.
one up. And Up and Down,
hoped
I
could
think
be
you had with
something
you
of a
last
father
time,
figure
right?
to her. All I can guess is, sometimes when we're hurting, the people we lash out at are the ones who are
Jed.
trying to help.
Jed, you fucking shot me in the head. This man right here, pulled a gun on us. He's the reason why we're bleeding from the fucking temple. Shot us, we fell down a fucking mine shaft. And he's like, they're just trying to She's hurting and lashing out at the people that care about her most. He fucking shot me! Jed, you're a monster.
You tried to kill me. How can you stand there and say these things?
I'm still bleeding from the head,
You're
Jed.
a monster. Please. I know this is hard to accept. You all trust him. I did too. But I'm telling the truth.
This is also a really good performance from Alex. Hell yeah, Steph. I love you, Steph. I love you.
I believe you too.
Hell yeah, Charlotte.
I'm horrified and shocked and still processing everything, but I believe you.
Come on, everybody. Come on. Ryan, you're my silver medal.
I would like to speak.
Do it, Ducky.
This young lady came to Haven as a stranger. But over the last few weeks,
Chat, we're
she's
doing it.
become one of us.
We're doing it. Everyone's on our side.
Her story certainly
Erica
seems
Mori did an amazing job
unlikely,
the whole game.
if
Yes.
not impossible.
I fucking love Alex.
But she deserves at least an investigation
Erica
of
did
her
wonderful.
claims.
Let's go, Ducky.
We ought to take her seriously.
Come on, Pike. Pike, don't be... Pike?
I agree with
Let's
Ducky.
go, Eleanor.
I've always
See, I
found
fucked up
Alex
this
to be
ending
a
real bad.
very
The first time I
trustworthy
played through it,
person.
Eleanor didn't side with us. Charlotte didn't side with
She
us.
wouldn't make these accusations lightly. Something
who
must
else?
have happened.
Miss Lath, there's no actual evidence of anything.
Maybe
Let's see.
not.
I think I had Ducky
that's
on my
what I
side and Pike on my side because we took Pike's fear. And we had Steph and Ryan.
Actually,
Yeah,
Diane,
I fucked up with a bunch of them.
there is evidence.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Come
A
on,
USB stick
Pikey.
full of recordings.
Pikey!
Yes, we went through this yesterday. Your superiors closed the case. None of us have time for conspiracies.
Call the FBI. Reopen that shit.
You're trying to weasel your way out of things again, huh? I know your game. I know how
Don't
you...
test me, Jason.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You know what?
That is Sheriff Pike.
I'm not scared of you anymore. And not of you, not Typhon.
Or Deputy Pike, at least. I don't remember.
Deputy Pike, do you have some kind
Deputy
of
Pike.
personal
There we
issue
go.
with me?
Like hell I do.
Where's the fucking sheriff?
Given that your judgment in this matter is
Who is the sheriff in this two-horse
compromised,
town?
You should probably remove yourself from
Cut the crap. If you think you could shut me up...
I would like to speak again. Oh, Ducky. Ryan,
This is a load of bullshit.
you believe me?
You believe me. Right?
Ryan.
I'm not your lapdog anymore.
Deputy Pike, I am not responsible for any frustrations you
So
feel in
sorry.
your
I
career.
know. I'm going first thing tomorrow.
He only sides with us if we have the majority of people. I think he sided with me
Dad.
because we had the first time I did it. It was Ducky,
Please,
and Pike and
come
Steph.
clean. We'll figure it out together.
It amazes
But I don't
me
know if Jed and
the extent
Diane
to which she has
and
manipulated
Eleanor
you.
Come on,
and
Dad.
Charlotte, if that
Never
counts
in a
against
million
us.
years.
Come on.
Only the
hate
council
seeing
members
you do
count?
this.
Okay. Does that include Jed and Diane?
My own son.
Dad.
My own goddamn son!
Stop.
Whoa. You're a good kid, J.K. Simmons. No? Okay. So I think we still got him, because... Well, no, because it was 50-50 then. Yeah, so maybe he didn't. I don't remember. That's been a while. That was, what, 2021? When the game came out?
I know why you tried to kill me. It's not what you tell yourself. that you thought it was best for Haven.
Maybe in a 50-50 game kind of
This
chooses
was
for
never
you.
about
Yeah,
Haven at all,
I don't
was it?
remember. I don't remember now if he did or not.
This was about you.
I remember he had the
I know
sad
it's
ending on the
easier.
roof alone.
Not having to think about the men you buried. You want to look away and pretend the
he's
people
getting a
you
big red
hurt
mad.
aren't people. But I won't let you.
Make him face his shit.
My father worked for you. His name was John.
He was a screw up.
He made a lot of mistakes.
He was. He was a screw up.
He wasn't a good father.
Yeah.
I think he came here trying to be better. But you killed him.
Yep. He did that. He put his whole jealousy into that.
My big brother.
He was building a family.
He was building a family here. Doing it his own way. Figuring it out as he went along. He was so nervous about it. And so excited. And he brought me here to be part of that family. But he died.
Oh,
Because
he's
of
getting
you.
the sad now. And the mad. He's got the sad mads.
And then there's me. For so many years, I just wanted to survive. To get through. Haven changed me. I started to think about the future.
I want to play music.
Playing on stage yesterday.
I want to play non-licensed
one of the best moments
music.
I can remember.
I
knew
do
that about
love
me.
that the represented emotions,
He knew
the
that if I
colors
could
shine
just
in
play,
Alex's eyes as
just
shit.
let
As she's
myself
talking
love
through the scene.
something.
Yeah.
Then one day I could be happy.
You get the flashes of the emotions in
And
in
you
the
tried
scene.
to murder me. You would have ended my life just so you wouldn't have to face the truth.
He did do that. Still bleeding from the head, mind you. Still bleeding. It's really subtle and not a lot of people see it. I notice, yeah, see, like there's the blue in
You've
her eyes
forgotten
right
it.
there.
Haven't you?
Yep. It's because she's seeing all these emotions.
You've plastered over it with another story.
It's what happens when that you're a good man.
You tell yourself you're a good man. You take care of so many people.
He does a lot of good things.
You
But you
gave
can
me
be
a
a
roof
terrible person and do good
and a
things.
job.
Just like you can be a relatively good person
You
and do
checked
bad
on me
things.
when I was grieving. Such a
He
good,
did
generous
the right
man.
things. Sometimes for the wrong reasons.
But that's
And
the
he did
lie.
some wrong things for the right reasons.
If you scrape it away, what do we see?
Sometimes I think people just don't pay attention enough to know these things. To notice. Well, and especially like, you know, with a lot of narrative games, you have to pay, like, you have to analyze every single detail. I mean, we've seen the stats of how many people didn't sit on the fucking couch before getting changed to talk to Jed. Right? You got to push triangle on everything in these games. You're a coward, Jed.
11 years ago, you led a group of men to their deaths. And you couldn't even say those words out loud. Because you're a coward. You couldn't imagine saying it to your wife. Saying it in front of your son.
Yep.
Every day you were brave enough to go underground and look death in the eye. But you couldn't muster the courage to admit a mistake.
You made a call. It was a bad one. People
feel you
died
trying to pull
because
away.
of it.
Don't. The truth hurts. Sometimes it's so awful you think you're gonna break. But when you come out the other side, and you're whole and free and still alive, then you'll finally know how strong you really are. I see the truth about you. You hate yourself. You hate what you did in the past.
Damn.
You hate what you've done to keep it secret.
The scene.
And the more you deny that hatred, the worse it grows.
This fucking scene, man.
I know who you are. I've seen the worst parts of you.
Yeah, like the Colt 45. Not the drink. The fucking gun that he pulled on us. Oh, okay. Here's where it comes down to it, and I have to think how I would respond, right? Let's play this out, chat. If it were you, right? If it were me, and here you had this man that has done so many nice, caring things, put a roof over our head, said basically live rent-free as long as you need, gave us a job, has done everything to make us feel welcome and one of the family, did so many nice things, and then you find out what a truly, truly evil thing he did. He sided with grief, not grief, with greed, and continued to, against warnings, tell these men to go into their deaths. And upon fucking around and finding out and things going wrong, he made a judgment call to save his own skin mainly, but try to, save as many people as he could, and condemned people, including our own father, to death. And then was praised as a hero and given this bar as hush money, effectively, and has covered it up for this evil corporation the entire time. The same corporation that is responsible for killing our brother and continues to cover up. And then on top of that, took us out to the site of his shame, shot us in the fucking head, and sent us down a mine shaft. Only for us to survive and come back and make him deal with his shit. But in my heart, Erica Mori was nominated for Best Performer at the Game Awards the year True Colors came out. That's right, she was, and I did vote for her. As I always vote for Life is Strange actors, because they do fucking phenomenal. And despite all that, it is not my place to condemn this man, because you know what? At the end of the day, here's the thing. This man has done some truly awful things. Yeah, he's the most morally gray antagonist. He's done some truly awful things. But you know what? At the end of the day, Chad, here's the thing. You have, but I forgive you, and I condemn you. There is nothing. I feel like making a grave mistake under pressure is one thing, but following it up with several selfish acts changes it. Yeah, exactly. Here's the thing. Had he made that call, came out of the mine, Typhon comes up to you with a deal and is like, we'll give you this bar. You'll be set for life. We'll make you a hero. You'll be recognized. You'll have plaques in your name. All you have to do is just say nothing, right? They basically bought his silence. His whole relationship with Gabe was literally about him regretting what he did to their dad and trying his best to make amends. Exactly. It was out of guilt, right? He continues to do these nice things, these caring things, because he feels guilt over what he did. Now, here's the point I'm trying to make. I've dealt with guilt. I've done some awful things to people in my life. I was not always a nice person. I didn't do what Jed did, but I've said some things. I've been a little shitty to people. To quote Ramona Flowers, I've dabbled in being a bitch. And I bear that guilt, right? I bear that on my conscience. There's days that go by, and it'll be random. It'll be 2:00 on a Wednesday afternoon, and I'll have that memory pop in and be like, "Yeah, you remember that time you did this thing to that fucking person?" I'll be like, "Fuck, I did do that, and I feel fucking terrible about it. Fuck, they probably hate me. I wouldn't blame them if they hate me. Fuck, I hate me, right?" There is nothing that Alex can do or say or think or feel. There is nothing that we can do that will make him feel worse than the shit he's said about himself in his own head. Than the shit that he says about himself in his head every single day. And I condemn you, that doesn't do shit. He condemns himself every morning. He probably wakes up and fucking hates himself. You know who hates Jed the most? Not the person that he shot in the fucking head and sent down a mine shaft. You know who hates Jed the most? Jed Lucan. There's nothing I can say to this man that would change his mind. No amount of being mean or hurtful has ever made somebody change for the better. Think about that. Hang on. I'm going to get so close right now, because I want to make sure people hear this for the people in the back. This is the moment. Get your clips out, kids. There is nothing you can do or say to somebody in a heart of hate that will ever change them for the better. I will fucking die on that hill. Nobody in history has ever approached another human being with a heart of hatred and ever changed the world for the better. Martin Luther King Jr. didn't stand at a podium one day and said, "I have a dream that one day all of my violence and vitriol will give rights to people." The Stonewall riots weren't, "We march out of anger and you will give us fucking liberty or you will give us death." They were riots because of injustice done. But the message wasn't, "We hate you." The message was, "Our love will overcome." Because no matter how many times, no matter what, no matter when, no matter how many times somebody wronged you, hatred never solves anything. Ever. The world is a fucking mess. The world is a fucking cesspool of hate right now. And a lot of it comes from both sides. A lot of people have the same message coated in two different colors of paint. And the only fucking answer is to put down your pitchforks and torches and hold out your arms and fucking love each other. I don't condemn this man. I forgive him. Because you know what's really gonna fuck with him? You know what's really gonna hurt him more than anything? He's fucking done the most wrong to us. He is directly responsible for the death of our father and our brother. This man is directly responsible. He tried to kill us too. He nearly obliterated 3/4 of the Chen family line. And you know what would really hurt him the worst? Saying, but I ain't mad. I forgive you. I'm gonna hit the square button now.
And I forgive you.
No amount of anger or violence or vitriol. We're bleeding from the fucking dome. And you know what? I'm not mad at you, Jed. You were a scared, fucking cowardly man who didn't know what to do, and you believed the lie for so long. You know, that's the thing about lies. Sometimes you tell yourself the lie so often. Sometimes you hear it so many times that you convince yourself that it's the truth. And that's what happened to Jed. It's actually a really sad story.
And the news is still coming in on the Typhon mining scandal.
He just bought. He bought in. He drank the Kool-Aid.
Council meeting was the scene for shocking revelations. Local bar owner and council president Jed Lucan admitted in a tearful confession to covering up the deaths of 7 Typhon employees as their manager 12 years ago. A recent cover-up, which involved a clandestine and unpermitted explosion to thwart inspections, caused the death of Haven local Gabe Chen last month. Mr. Lucan is currently in police custody, awaiting arraignment. We will have plenty more about this developing story, including the resignation of Typhon CEO, the market impact, and what it all means for your drive time commute, coming right up.
Wow, that is impressive aim. Is that Alex's backup superpower? Perfect hand-eye coordination?
The silence is worse. I need to get some air.
The silence is worse. You have no fucking clue, sister. The silence is so much worse.
I'm now ready.
All of the times when we didn't have music in this game. All of the times. The silence is fucking deafening. This type of discussion is why Jed is an A tier and the best antagonist in any of these games. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, listen, this game is full of some absolute fucking
Maybe
monsters.
Dad deserved everything he got.
Not this game,
but I'm still glad we were there with him in his last
the Life is
moments.
Strange series. You got fucking Jefferson, who's an absolute fucking monster.
I love this guitar, but if it starts asking me riddles again, I'm throwing it out the window.
Because we had that hallucination. The
Maybe
pendant.
Dad deserved everything he got, but I'm still glad we were there with him in his last moments.
Little baby Alex and baby Gabe. Let's lie down. Because I'm sure it's an option. I'm sure it's an option at the end. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I've been playing a lot the last 2 days, trying to think things through. But I realize it's actually the opposite. When
There's actually music.
Is the only time I get to not think about Jed.
Watch me get a copyright strike.
And what could have been if he'd never come to this town.
Jefferson, Damon, and Rachel's dad are probably the worst antagonists
What
so
I
far.
don't think about is me.
Damon
I've never been good
is
at that.
from Before the Storm.
Suddenly, it's the only question that's left. So, I just keep playing.
Okay. See, I still haven't played Before the Storm. It's in the list. It's in the hopper. Like I said, I'm working my way backwards through. We're doing, we're going to take a little break from Life is Strange. Because I really want to play Dispatch. I've been following that game, and then they finally added it onto PlayStation so I could wishlist it. And then, what?
Maybe
I think
Salem
it was
would be cool. I'm already an
2
expert
days
in witch
later or
trials.
something after I wish listed it. They were like, it comes out October 22nd. It's like, damn, okay. Couldn't pre-order. A little bit upset because I would have happily pre-ordered and been like, cool, when the game comes out, just give me. But I've been very much looking forward to
This
Dispatch.
air was powered by adrenaline that whole morning. Now I'm mostly powered by extra strength Advil and these.
You been taking the Tylenol? You're gonna have powers like Ducky soon.
I felt very close to Ducky after our dance. I guess
I don't know exactly when Tylenol, like taking Tylenol, became
though it was
a
hard,
joke that
I'm
was
glad I let Charlotte
like they
overcome her
associated
own
Tylenol with autism.
I think it gave her the
It's
strength.
a thing I've heard people on the internet using where they're like, make sure and take your Tism juice. Worst antagonist that Life is Strange 2 got was the crazy coat lady. Oh, the cult lady. Yeah.
Maybe Salem would be cool.
The cult
I'm already
lady
an
and
expert in witch
her
trials.
her fishy behavior.
Must be rare that a local paper
You see,
gets
because
to break out the really big
she had
headline.
an infection in a very sensitive area. Scandal: 8 deaths covered up by Typhon Mining. Haven Springs rocked by revelations.
This is why I try to
Old and
only
new
read the
talent
art
shine
sections.
at Spring Festival. And it's just praise for us. Bowed but not broken. Haven will survive. You can say it as a yeast infection. There you go. Yeah, it was a yeast infection. Okay.
Feels like I've been through
It's
so much
Ganata
with
Ganelf.
Eleanor.
It's Ganata Ganoblin.
It meant the world.
You've been jolly old meal chum. You've been gnomed. Ooh. All right, chat.
I'm glad he held on to it for whatever it's worth.
Alex, they told me to destroy this jacket after the accident. I couldn't do it. Perhaps some part of me knew that I would one day need to pass it along. When Gabe first stepped into my bar looking for his father, I swore I would one day return this jacket to him. Then I swore I would return it to both of you. I think you know by now what my word is worth. I did not deserve your forgiveness, but it moved me more than I knew was possible. I hope this gift will provide you some small comfort to you in the days ahead. Jed, Black Lantern Tavern. We forgave him, chat. That's the main reason I remember her is for that and not the cult she ran. Yeah. All right, chat. Final collectible.
You
Bless
ever
up.
swing a pick before?
You're a hell
Mr.
diver now.
Chen, John,
And Haven Historian.
But
And one more. Emotional Unearthing.
I learned fast.
All
And I don't
collectibles
mind long
found.
hours.
We did it, gamers.
You don't have somebody waiting on
We
you at
got
home?
there, baby. That leaves finish chapter 5, which gives us that trophy.
Well,
and
John,
then as soon as we
guess
get that
you're a hell
one,
diver
then we
now.
have the platinum. One run plat. You love to see it.
I'll never understand exactly what happened to me down there, but I'll always be grateful.
Yo, imagine had we not found that that matchbook.
Good thing I sold off all my Typhon stock.
Sources say FBI investigation imminent. It's about fucking time. You'd think they would have done an FBI investigation the first time there was a mining collapse.
I'm pretty sure my voice was already heard.
Alex is also
by
lucky
everyone
that
who needed to
Lantern
hear
even
it.
worked in that mine after so long. Very true. Very true. Denver Times request for comment. Alex, I trust you have received my other messages and voicemails. I'm asking for 10 minutes of your time. We go to print at 8. Please, let me help your voice be heard. Alyssa. This feels like the reporter equivalent of that Discord hey message. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know you can improve your channel art if you just buy my commissions. It's only $300 for a 500 by 500 JPEG.
Is it weird that the part of this that bothers me the most is non?
Me and my 2 followers agree. We know more about Twitch than you. One day I'll get off that fucking soapbox, but you know what? For now, I enjoy beating that dead horse. Irregularities abound. Truth remains buried. What are they hiding? Here we go again. Oh, Tryon's about to launch into a half-hour complaint about people wasting 3 days of their precious fucking time by trying to act like they're having a normal human fucking conversation, only to be a solicit for an overpriced, under fucking valued artist. Like, ugh.
The only person who could give that to me
like, have some self-respect.
is gone. Thank you.
There are no victories at the end of this. Just more painful truth.
Well, Diane got out. Good for her. I hope something hot and sharp falls into her person.
The LARP was 2 days ago? That doesn't seem possible.
That's my way of saying Diane can fuck herself with a hot iron poker.
Maybe I do deserve some $ justice, but
Mankiewicz,
I'd
Mankiewicz,
much
and
rather
Garf.
be able to move on with my life.
Alex, call me. You deserve justice. David Mankiewicz, Esquire, Colorado's #1 plaintiff attorney.
I want to go outside without seeing anyone. That's why God created rooftops.
I mean, it's been a minute since I read a Bible, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't. And on the 8th day, God made rooftops. I could be wrong. Please be Steph. 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 Please be Steph.
Alex,
please.
wait.
Yes!
Before you say anything, I have to get this out.
Yes! What are you getting out, girl? Hey yo, hang on. All right, let's.
What you did at the council meeting, it was the bravest thing I've ever seen. And it made me want to be brave too. So.
I'm just memeing.
Here it goes. I want to be with you. I don't give a shit about playing music or seeing the world. I mean, I do, but only if it's with you. And if you'd rather stay here instead, then...
No,
I want to stay here too.
I never said that I wanted to stay. Your ticket. That was amazing.
I've never had anyone barge in to tell me that they wanted to be with me before.
Yeah? How'd it feel?
Kind of hot, actually, to be honest. Can you dig a chick with a cool forehead scar, Steph? Because I got bad news if you can't. I would also say that Alex's glasses are amazing, that they never got broken through the whole game, when in all accounts, they rightfully should have been totaled by now. They absolutely should. We fell down like a 500-foot fucking mine shaft. Glasses, not even scuffed.
Good luck, Jen.
Thanks, Steph.
Take me with you. Take me anywhere, really. Hell, take me on the coffee table. Fuck it. Not even a crack on those things. Yeah. Ah. The silence of nature. I can hear my hair growing.
All right. Just tell me.
What? What the?
My future. What to do?
We're still tripping balls.
The night of the Spring Fest, Steph made a strong push for leaving with her. Playing on the road. The excitement of the unknown. Of course. That was
some would
before
call
all
those
the
glasses
shit
a big
went down.
plot hole, but I like to see it as the longest joke that this game told.
Come on. You're the know-it-all.
She's got those, what is it, the scratch resistant, the flex frames.
Actually, I do know what you should do.
That every optometrist is like, buy these glasses. They'll never break. We should stay in Haven? Really, Gabe? Is that really what we should do? Here's the thing, right? This has always been my theory. Like, you move to a town to be with your brother, only for him to fucking die like the first night you're in town. Right? Like, the day you arrive, you run off into the mountains to go find fucking Ethan. An explosion happens, and your brother gets fucking killed. On top of that, you spend weeks here, right? Because, well, at least Jed's photos were from May 1st to May 25th. So at least a month, only to find out that your dad fucking died in this town, too. And that there was a massive cover-up that all the people that you cared about and trusted were unaware of, except one who was aware and did the cover-up. And was responsible for your dad's death. And, by association, your brother's. And they want you to stay in Haven? Nah. No. I don't see it, right? Listen, if I went through all that shit in a month, ain't no way, dude. Especially not when Steph is like, I'm going to play music and I'm so excited and I want to tour. You know what the right thing to do would be? Follow your fucking dreams and go with her. Because she had so much fun playing music. I'm going to say, really?
You really think so?
Of course.
Like,
you finally have a home, a job, people who actually like you.
I mean, Steph likes us, and Steph's willing to leave too.
That's true.
I don't know, man. Like, Haven Springs is pretty, sure, but...
Then again, maybe leaving would be better.
What?
You're young, you suddenly have a little money, friends, and don't you think it's time to give this music thing a real shot? No, you should definitely leave.
Oh, fuck off.
That part.
Stop it, Gabe. I don't need the mysterious spirit bullshit right now.
I mean, here's the other thing too, right?
I just need my big brother.
The game does have one of the more weaker final choices to make, because in all honesty, you can do both. Because every band... Whoop. I missed it. Every band...
But here's something.
Because every band has an actual home to go back to. So you can live in Haven and go on tour for your band also. So there isn't really a big choice to make here. Well, that's the thing, right? I don't think that Haven would be a good place to go back to.
And neither is Steph.
I don't. Like I said, it's... This is the town where there was a massive cover-up, and both of the men in your family were killed. Oh, good. More abject silence.
With Steph at the record store.
We could get a job working with Steph at the record store. However,
all those years of being a music snob.
Do we really think, like, honest to God, do we really think that the record store is a place that's going to stay open? We've seen
and little by little
shops close here. The restaurant that went out of business, right? You know, inevitably is there really that big of a record scene in Haven, Colorado? There's only like 5 people in fucking town, and they spend the whole goddamn day at the bar. I don't know. I don't think this is it, you know?
Starts to feel less like a museum and more like a home.
Plus, Ethan fucking lives in Haven. Hell no, we're not staying in Haven. in fucking Haven, man. Hell no. You think I want to be around Ethan? Fuck that noise. We're going to go on tour everywhere that Ethan isn't.
Thoughts of Jed, of Typhon.
And the funny thing is, even to Forget Me Not comic books have agreed with me because Steph and Alex go back to Haven. Yeah, well, comics aren't canon. You've said that. That Square Enix says that. They're great, but they won't ever pick a side, and the comics picked a side. You know? That yes, they do go on tour, but they come back to reside in Haven. I'm saying my headcanon, they get the fuck out of Haven. Start a new life. Start over. Go somewhere else. Fuck this one-horse town. It's cute, but it ain't that cute. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that makes comics great, is that they actually commit. True. They do commit and pick a side. It's one of the things that always bothered me. Like, just fucking say, man. Like, say what the real answer is. Man, this sound, this scene, this whole montage, I remember being so sweet and, like, emotional, and hearing it dead fucking silent. I hate it. That really fucking sweet though. Yeah, not having music on any of this.
We perform every week to a small but adoring group of fans.
But it's better than having a
maybe while you play,
YouTube algorithm edit all of the music out after the fact, because then it makes it sound like shit.
Cities,
at least when it edits out like 10 seconds of it, it's hardly noticeable. But see, again, this is one of those points. I don't think this is a licensed song that plays here, if I remember right. I think it's just like ambient score, and yet they cut that out.
You don't know exactly when it happens.
Fucking wild.
But one
some
day
of the decisions.
You look around and find that you have transformed.
But that's why it's a replay, right?
Just as much as
it's regular instrumental background music, exactly. But it's still copyrighted by the game company, which were they afraid someone was going to steal their instrumentals and use it in another game?
Just
like,
how normal it feels.
what was the reason? What was the reason, bitch? You know?
You don't question it. You don't doubt it. Or wonder what might have been. It's your life. The life you fought so hard to have. And for the first time in a long time, you just live.
Did we decide to stay in Haven?
Thank you.
Oh, no, it was all just a...
You really think I'll transform?
Right. I was going to say, I was like, I was pretty sure there was still a decision,
with your
like
gift,
a major decision
your
point.
Music, just by being you. But Alex,
it's like that scene ran awful long for here's what it could happen. Here's what could happen.
The potential to do that anywhere you go.
Exactly. Go where? Salem?
Where am I supposed to go?
Coven of Lesbian Witches.
I don't have any other home.
Just saying.
That is true.
Could be cool.
But you didn't have any home before coming here.
Also true.
What happened?
You need the big dramatic choice music and background. Exactly.
The truth is, there's no telling what that version of your future might be.
Damn, dude. Chapter 5 is so short.
Is the adventure.
Holy shit.
So?
We're not even at 2.5 hours yet. Huh. Right. Here it is. So, do we stay in Haven? Do we seek adventure? Again, Haven is a cute little town. It is very twee. It is very quaint. But like, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at the facts, right? Sure, we've made friends with Charlotte. She's gonna wind up moving on eventually. Ryan's a homie, but he's silver medal. he'll live without us. We're still living in the apartment above Jed's bar, who fucking shot us in the head and is under criminal investigation. I did forgive him, but forgiveness and forgetting are two different things. I've forgiven him. Doesn't mean I'll ever forget. Ryan gets a girlfriend in the comics, so I think he'll be fine. Good. As he should. You know who Ryan should date? Riley. They'd be great. Because fuck Mac. Or, you know, even better, fucking Ryan, go date Charlotte. Like, you were Gabe's best friend. You would have been his best man. Job of the best man, if something happens to the groom, the best man steps in, marries the bride. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially because he already likes Ethan. He's already got a rapport. I fucking hate Ethan. But that's the big strike against Haven for me. So let's see who's in town. Ducky is great, but let's be honest, Duck's not the type of person that we're going to be hanging out with every day. Like he's a bar patron. Do we want to waste away our life chilling at? It's you know what it is. I realize what it is. Staying in Haven feels like Shaun of the Dead. It's the thing that the girlfriend, I forget the character's name, says to Shaun in Shaun of the Dead. Do you want to waste away your whole life working at the same place, doing the same thing, and spending every night at the Winchester? And that's what staying in Haven would be. It would be, yes, we found a home, but you only been here a short amount of time. You spent the majority of your life in that you spent a good portion of your recent life in foster care. And before that, you were so traumatized in such a short period of time that you don't know what normal is. You're still trying to figure out how to adult. Like, yes, she spent 3 years in Portland, but has been basically on her own trying to avoid people because she didn't know what to do with her powers. And Haven, though cute, I don't feel like is a good place to settle, you know? Good choices for Ryan, but the comics gave him a completely new character. Right on. But yeah, the only people that we really know in Haven that we really talk to in the game, it's Charlotte, it's Ryan, it's Ducky, it's Eleanor, Jed, Diane, and Deputy Pike. Right? I'm not including Steph, because no matter what ending we pick, Steph comes with us, right? She either stays in Haven with us or we seek adventure. So Steph is coming with no matter what. Ryan is a cool guy. Ryan is not cool enough to stay in Haven for. Jed, well, we've discussed Jed. Charlotte, she'll be fine without us. Eleanor, listen, man, Eleanor may not fucking remember who we are by next week. There, I said it. Ducky's a sweetheart. But Ducky's also like a sad old man who spends all day at the bar. You know? Pike, thank God he got his balls back, but like we're not going to be hanging out drinking on the couch every day like Gabe and Pike used to do. Because Gabe is a fucking alcoholic, and so is Pike. And Diane, who fucked off. She took off. She got out. So, to me, there's really nothing keeping us here. Plus, and let's remember the biggest fact, right? The biggest factor in all of this, fucking Ethan is in Haven. And that is the last place I want to be. Let's get the fuck away from here.
I know what I want.
Kiss my ass, Sucktown. Also, it's incredibly weird to me. Like, here's the thing. I don't think I would ever be able to move on from the death of a family member if I continued to live in that dead family member's apartment, surrounded by all of their stuff. Think about that. You could not look anywhere in your house without seeing a dead family member and all of their worldly possessions. How do you move on from that? You can't. And you know, the thing is, we know what happens. We see what happens if they stay in Haven, right? That's what the whole video segment was. They're showing you, this is what life would be like for Steph. You did with your grandma. Hey, each to their own. That's totally fair. I know for me personally, I don't think I could. Like, looking around at everything and seeing someone who's passed, I couldn't do it. That's just me, though. She gave us a fuck 'em up, babe. Man, we still haven't moved on from like the 2-word texts. Love of our life, Steph Gingrich. Wow, there's a lot to read there. Okay, here we go. Let's go back to the Haven stuff. I say, yay, have some ideas. Oh dear. Let me try talking to him. I'll be right there. Hero, dude, thank you so much. You totally killed it. Award-winning Bard material. Thanks, you were pretty amazing too. Sure thing. Alex, you are incredible, and I'm here for you no matter what. Call me the minute you need anything. I know. Thank you for having my back. It meant so much. Of course. How could I not after everything? Heart. Fuck 'em up, babe. We got Steph and Ryan group text. Everything's set. Meet me at the stage. Ryan, we just want to make sure. Let's see here. Steph, just let us know that you're okay as soon as you can. I'm pretty sure you just lost your phone, but Ryan's freaking out. For me, I keep her pictures up and stuff around the house because keeping them locked away for nobody to be seen feels like I'm dishonoring her memory and just want to forget about her completely. No, that's totally fair. Pictures is one thing. What I mean is everything in that apartment belongs to Gabe. Alex literally had the bag on her back. She had her clothes and one stuffed animal, and even the guitar was from Gabe, right? Literally everything in that apartment belongs to her dead brother, which I guess inheritance-wise belongs to her now. But it doesn't feel like, to me, it doesn't feel like Alex would be living her life. She would be taking over Gabe's life. That's the problem I have with it. I didn't know how to word it, but that's where I take the issue with it. It doesn't feel like it's Alex living her own life. She's just squatting in Gabe's. Steph, okay, we're both freaking out. We just want to make sure you're safe. Call us, Steph out. Oh, this is all just texts from before we left. Arthur, when did you learn that your father lived in Haven Springs and worked with Jed Lucan? How did you... she can always redecorate. She could, but that would involve just throwing everything out. And at that point, it's easier just to leave. How did you feel to learn that Jed Lucan was responsible for the mining accident that killed your father? Why do you think Jed Lucan confessed his crimes? This caller has been blocked. You will no longer receive messages from their number. Alex Arthur Jones with New York Telegram. Oh, it's another reporter. Ethan! Oh, good. Oh my god, I heard what happened. You weren't going to mention being a superhero when I texted yesterday. I'm so glad you're safe. She doesn't have to throw everything out. She could just put stuff away or give it to his friends. Yeah, but again, I don't mean the physical stuff. Try to understand my heart here. What I'm saying is she's not living her life. I'm saying that in every way, shape, and form, living in the old apartment, even if she redecorates, even if she gets new things, working at the Black Lantern, being a bartender, taking over, living in a small, quaint town with all of the friends that Gabe made, it doesn't feel like it's her life. It feels like she is emotionally taking over Gabe's life. She's not being Alex Chen. She's being Gabe Chen with boobs. That's what I mean. And I've never liked that ending. It is not, this is my opinion, and if you like that ending, great. I support everyone and their choices. I don't like that ending. I've never liked that ending. I don't think it's fun because it feels like she's just playing pretend. She's playing make-believe. But that's me. You got to live for yourself. You got to make your own mistakes. You got to fuck shit up. You know? Alex living in Haven, doing the same old thing day in and day out is not finding out. It's not Alex living as Alex because Alex doesn't quite know who Alex is, right? She is 21 years old. She has no fucking concept of how to be a human. She's spent all of her time locked up or locked away emotionally. She has no idea of who she is as a person, of what makes her tick, of what she wants to do with her life, right? And you don't do that by taking over and walking in the shoes of somebody else. You don't do that by continuing to walk a life that other people might want to live or that other people have lived. You do that by making your own mistakes. You got to get out there. You got to fuck it up. You got to get messy. You got to do some things that maybe you'll regret. You got to walk your own path. You have to make your own choices. Yeah. Just working off my thing that she can do both. So I'm not working off her staying in Haven all the time. That's fine. I was trying to make a point of why I felt the way that I do. Overall. I've never liked the stay in Haven ending because it doesn't make sense to me for a lot of reasons, and the chiefest of which I just explained. I don't even know what to say to Alex. My heart breaks for what you have. Oh, this is Charlotte. For what you have endured, no one should have to live through that, but just remember that Ethan and I are here for you. I really fucking hate that you brought Ethan into this, Charlotte. We could have been friends. The one thing that Charlotte and I really had in common, we both fucking hated Ethan. Dear Alex, you've been through an awful lot these past few weeks. Blah, 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 blah. Yada, yada, yada. Ducky, you're such a sweetheart, but God, you gotta summarize, brother. Mac. The fuck is Mac texting us for again? I saw everything on the news. You're braver than I ever imagined. Typhon deserved. Let's see. That's why I usually always make the argument of she can do both. There's nothing preventing her from doing both. That's why I've never liked the final choice in this game. She could do both, but not in my reality. No, she can't. No, it's not an option. I don't care what the comics say. She doesn't do that. She never goes back to Haven. Ever. She forgets it ever exists. She runs off and lives the life that we hoped that Max and Chloe live. Except that, Alex and Steph stay together. Yeah, I brought up double exposure. I'm sorry. I know it gets a lot of people twisted. But in my mind, that's what I felt the ending truly was Max and Chloe run off at the end of Life is Strange 1. Alex and Steph run off at the end of True Colors. And then we saw the end of what happens, or at least what they said happened in Double Exposure. And it didn't work out so hot, and they made some choices, and a lot of people didn't like those choices. But in my mind, Alex and Steph don't go back to Haven. Because they don't need to settle. Because they're young. They're in their 20s. They toured the world, they played music, and they found out the things that they liked. Jessica. Who's Jessica? Oh, another reporter. Great. Oh, we have more My Block posts. Jesse Whitaker, Charlotte
Harmon portrait.
Hello, friends. I decided to open back up my commissions. Double exposure is just one possibility. That's true. That is one of the other things that... welcome home, Legends. I'm glad you made it. I hope you had fun at the game store. Hope you picked up some good stuff or maybe found some things you're interested in and adding to your list. Or played some fun games with people at the game store. Open back up commissions. Cool. Typhon Mining. We at Typhon Mining would like to express our gratitude toward Haven Springs for your continued support. We have issued a statement which is available for you to read on our website.
The phrase recent
and Black Lantern. Due to recent events, the Black Lantern will remain closed to regular business until further notice. Yeah, see, that's another weird thing about staying in Haven. Like, we live up in the apartment directly above the Black Lantern, which is not going to be in operation because Jed is under investigation. And also dealing with a lot of the guilt of the things. He's finally facing his shit.
It never ends.
Statement regarding ongoing investigation, yada, yada, yada. Eleanor, hello, neighbors. Thank you for making last night's Spring Festival such a cool... Black Lantern will not be open for lunch on account of the town council vote.
I'm so sorry. I worried you all.
It does become a community-run establishment, and they get rid of all the Jed stuff. I assume in the comics you're talking about? Hey, anybody seen Alex today? We agreed to meet up last night. She ghosted. Super not like her, kind of freaking out. Oh, right. This is all the text that I didn't read when we were having the fucking hallucinations.
I bet Steph wishes she could reword that. But it's
hello,
pretty
as many
funny.
of you know, Freelancer, Rocky Mountain Gazette. In the flash forward. Well, that's not a flash forward, though. That's a possibility to me. Right? It's not a flash forward of like, this is what happens. This is what could happen if you choose to stay in Haven. It's a possibility. Other timeline. We didn't choose that timeline. We chose fuck Haven. Also, Haven sucks. You know why? There's no fucking music playing in the background in Haven. Haven's fucking silent as the grave. Fuck Haven. Wonderful Spring Festival. Okay, we finally solved all of the... we've finally done all the social medias. We got all the things. Let's read the final journal entry, shall we? Oh, right, I forgot you can... right, I forgot that you can highlight these things and look at all of them and see readable things. We're not going to do that. I will leave that for you lovely people to discover on your own. You should play the game. Game is good. But we do have one final journal page to read. Let's get into it, yeah? Yeah, it's technically the ending you get if you stayed is the implication. But we didn't choose that one. We chose to be a rock star and play an acoustic guitar. Okay. Sorry, needed to hydrate there. All right. The final diary page, final journal page. Jed, Alex, I got good at describing other people's emotions in this book. Even new emotions, complicated ones. I could push through the mystery, find the words, but I don't know if I can do that here. I know that something in me resonated with something in Jed, each hooking into the other, drawing us together. I saw it in him, and it was like walking into a house you used to live in, seeing what someone else has done to it. Blazing self-hatred, so bright you can't let yourself look at it. The sure knowledge that you spread, wrought to everything you touch, the rigid feeling of the role, the routine, the lines you memorize and regurgitate to keep yourself from succumbing to the pull and looking at the truth. Maybe that's why I forgive him for all of this. The heat and force of his loathing required me to face my own, like two magnets of the same polarization pressing each other backward. The bullet, the fall, the hospital, the house, the orphanage. Is it weird that I feel grateful for them? Grateful to Jed for giving them to me? For, however accidentally, pushing me to look at my own self-hatred and come out of the other side? Fill your hands with the grains of sand. In the rocks you see the clocks. Thought I could hunt, I could be brave. Nothing can save you, nothing to save. Of times that pass, the good, the bad, your life's a life you'll wish you had. Good night, moon. Good night, stars. Good night, Batcave. That's the Batman version. If you haven't read it, Good Night, Batcave is actually very cute. It's an actual book that exists. All right, let's go be rock stars. Let's hit him with it. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Hey, we got all the pictures.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alex Chen.
Silence. The only promise is the adventure. And Haven Maven, the Platinum Trophy. We did it, gamers. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Abject silence of the credits. We are going to speed those bad boys up because we got some photos here. I'll try to remember to slow down as we get to the photos. Thank you so much, Charlie. Thank you, thank you. Thank you guys for hanging out and seeing it through. And now go read Forget Me Not and Heat Waves to find out what happens next in Steph and Alex's journey. Very true. Very true. Let's get into the what's good, right? I know I called it the so what because I still had the old wrap up thing in mind that I borrowed from Talking Sim on Loading Ready Run. So what's good? Life is Strange True Colors. What's good? The character. Sorry for the cheap plug there. No, absolutely. I wholeheartedly agree. I think people should fall in love with this series. I love this series. And they absolutely should go read the continuing media. Like I said, the comic books pick a side, right? Because in all of the Life is Strange games, it's actually a perfect talking point. In all of the Life is Strange games, for the video games themselves, not for the comic books or the other media like the novels, for all of the video games, the official stance is the canon choice is whatever you, the player, made. So that's something that I've always kind of, I don't know, it's always bugged me, right? And they pick the right side, the Steph side. Hell yes, they do. Steph is the correct option. It is the canon option. If you choose Ryan, you're playing the game wrong. I won't judge you, but just know that you've made the wrong decision. No. One of the things that happens with these games is it is a player-driven narrative. And they do their best to leave it nebulous, especially in Double Exposure. We saw this, where they try not to confirm one way or the other, right? What the canon option was. And you'll actually see this, see exactly what I'm talking about in the Wavelengths DLC that we will be doing Thursday, which is Steph's story. It's how Steph came to be in Haven Springs. even when that can work extremely against them. Absolutely. Here's the thing. I would prefer if they did own up and say, like, yeah, the comics are canon. You know what? Choosing Chloe is the canon option, but you choose what you like. You're not wrong for choosing that, but the way that... Because this has happened in other games. We played one of those games in the one-shots that we did. In Stray Gods, the role-playing game musical. A lot of players... if you didn't know, the music by Austin Wintory and the creative team is all fantastic. And like we saw with the Orpheus DLC, depending on the emotional choices that you make, it will change the cadence and the style of music of the songs. And that happens with Grace in the main game, which maybe one of these days we will do a replay on the Thursday streams. Maybe one of these days we'll do a replay on Stray Gods. But there's 3 different versions, right? You had the what did they call it? The empathy options, the emotional options, the witty options, and you had the angry options, right? It basically boiled down to you choose green, blue, or red, respectively. And the music would change as a result. Red would always be more rock, green would always be more pop, blue would always be more jazz. And Austin Wintory released 3 different versions of the soundtrack for that game. The all green route, the all blue route, and the all red route. Except that they also released the official soundtrack, which is a mixture of them. And they said, now, this is not necessarily the right option. It's not necessarily the canon option, but it is the option that we best believe represents the narrative how we saw it. But it is still a narrative game. It is still your choices. And the right answers are the ones you made. But this is what we chose as our right answers, right? And I have so much more respect for that. When a company can come forward and be like, this is what we chose as the right thing, but you can do whatever. It is your story. It is your game to play. It is your choices to make. And I would respect that if you could stand up there and just say, like, this is what we think happened in the story that we envisioned. But it is entirely your story. And then keep those choices rolling forward, right? Like with the Wavelengths DLC. You get to choose what happened at the end of Life is Strange 1, which you will all see on Thursday. Like in Double Exposure, where you get to, during the conversation with Safi, can choose when she brings up Chloe, you can say she died or we broke up. That was exactly Emma's intention when she was writing the original Life is Strange comics. Exactly. That's what she was like, this is what I think is true. This is what I think is the choices that were made. And then, you know, to have the cancellation of that and be like, well, the comics are canon because the canon choices are the choices that the player made. It's like, just fucking commit, man. Like, stop being Pike. Take your nuts out of your purse, put your big girl panties on, and say that shit with your chest. Right? Be a woman. Say it with your chest. And just fucking commit. Pick a side. It's okay to pick a side. For a game that has such bisexual representation, boy, they really don't like to pick a side either, do they? Evelyn and Emma definitely made her choices loud and clear in the comic books. Absolutely. See, and before anyone thinks they can go canceling me on social media, I am a bisexual, so I can make those pick a side kind of jokes. I've gotten it for 40 fucking years. It's about time I get to make the joke. But overall, the game is great. Playing this updated version on PS5 The game is beautiful. And here's the thing, right? This game, originally I played it on PlayStation 4. The PS5 had already come out. This game came out late in the life cycle of the PlayStation 4. We were already in the point of like, games are being released on the PS5. They're backwards compatible on PS4. But these are PS5 games, right? It sounded like a fucking jet engine was taking off every time I booted this game up. The game looks great. I assure you, though, this is not a good example to go off of. The game sounds great. The music in this game, sorry, I missed your, yeah, this was the only cross-generation Life is Strange game. Correct. Yeah, this is the only one that was on 2 consoles in one generation. Because even Life is Strange 1 was, I played it on 360, and Before the Storm, wasn't that PS3 and PS4? I know it was PS4. I know that. It was PS4 only? Okay. So it was just Life is Strange 1 that was Xbox 360 and PS3. But yeah, the game is beautiful. The game sounds great. The game has such good fucking music. And I really wish we could hear some of it. Even the instrumental bits. But apparently that is all copyright and YouTube doesn't like it. Not necessarily that the videos would be banned. It's not like they were restricted like with what happened with Double Exposure, where it was like, this video is restricted in some countries, which is fucking weird. That because of music, they restricted it in certain countries. So I had to edit that out. So list 1 in true colors only. Because Life is Strange 1 was also, well, because they did like a remaster, right? Or did Life is Strange 1 also come out on PS4? I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's not important. Sidetrack. Focus. Yeah, the game sounds great. The storyline is really good. I really enjoy it. It's, the story of it's a murder mystery, right? It is overcoming trauma. It is accepting loss. You go through the stages of grief. The characters evoke emotion out of you, right? I love getting to interact with Ducky. I fucking love Steph. And I don't say that lightly. Life is Strange had a PS3 360 version. Yeah, it was, well, it was in a previous console generation. But yeah, it was multiple consoles, multiple platforms. But yes, it is older than you think because I played it on 360. Because the first episode was free, and then I think I ended up buying the other 4. I don't remember if it was that or if it was one of the free Xbox Live games back when they did like free games every month. Anywho, focus. Game looks great. Game sounds great. The storyline great. The characters are interesting. The characters are pretty unique overall. Each one feels fleshed out. They don't really feel like a caricature, right? Especially having emotion be such a big factor of this game, especially having Alex's emotions play such a big part, being affected by others' emotions. You feel disoriented and discombobulated when you're hanging out with Eleanor at the flower shop. You feel fucking pissed when Mac gets mad and assaults your brother Gabe. You feel the sadness when you're talking with Ducky and the remorse. They do such a good job at helping you feel what those emotions feel like. It is such an emotionally driven story. I really, really like that part about it. I myself am it's weird because I have a hard time reading signals and always reading people's intentions facially and whatnot. I'm good at reading people in more of like a street smart type of way, like the weird knack of being able to, like, I could tell if we worked together if you were going to last or not. But part of that comes from just doing what I've done for so long. When I worked as a assistant acting teacher, I could usually tell what students were going to drop out, because you'd see them on like day 1, day 2, like the second, third class, and you're like, you're probably not coming back next week, are you? Sure enough, didn't work out. But for as interactionally stunted as I can be, I'm very much empathy driven. The story I like to give is when both of my children were born, when I was with their mothers. I had sympathy pregnancy where I gained weight. I got weird food cravings because I'm very much an empathy person. So I identified with the story in that way very personally, very deeply. Knowing what it feels like to, when someone has very strong emotions, feeling the same way and feeling drawn to that and sharing in that. The characters, there's a lot of very good ones. There's some that are okay. I'll be honest, Jed is a great character. He is probably one of the best video game villain antagonists because you really feel for the guy. And the thing is, it's the evil is perspective, right? One of the things in comic books that you see is what makes the mark of a great villain is that they don't see themselves as the bad guy. Right? The mark of a great villain is, from their perspective, they're doing the right thing. They're doing what's right. One of my you can't see it, chat, but on the wall, I'm a huge Poison Ivy Harley Quinn fan. I've always been a fan of Harley Ivy ever since the go figure, me, the sapphic bitch on Twitch. Go figure. When Batman the Animated Series had the Gul Dukat comes to mind. Also a good example. Also a very good example. Shout out to Star Trek. DS9, great series. I watched a lot of DS9 growing up. But ever since Batman the Animated Series, right, they had the will they, won't they with Harley and Ivy. I like Harley Quinn. I like Harley Quinn now that she's free of the Joker and is her own character, because that is an abusive, toxic relationship. But Poison Ivy, more so, I've always found as a fantastic villain. Why? Because they label her an eco-terrorist. She does some extreme things. She do be setting off bombs and, turning people into plants and things. Why? Because we're fucking killing the planet. And she's like, listen, you idiots won't stop. If you don't stop, we can't live here. We all live here. I'm just trying to make the planet okay again. She goes by some extreme measures. But in her mind, from her point of view, what she's doing is not wrong. And I see that. Another perfect example, Magneto in the X-Men, right? You have that Charles Xavier Magneto dichotomy. Charles Xavier says we can coexist with man and we need to approach with a heart of love. True. However, Magneto's perspective also says that if they hurt us, we have to hurt them. Now, we already talked about that earlier. That's not a good way to get results. Why? But it's out of a heart of tired of being hated and feared for being different. And in Magneto's mind, he's not wrong. What he's doing is right. It's a heart of love trying to save his people who are hated and discriminated against and killed in the streets, who grew up in the 1940s. Like, he literally grew up in a concentration camp as a Jewish child in Germany. Like, that's real rough, buddy. And so he saw what happens when hatred rules the world, and he swore that he would never let it happen to anyone again that he cared about. And this started happening to his people, and he said, you know what, fine, I will put you all on an asteroid, and we'll fuck off and go to space. And then you get into some of the newer stuff, like the Jonathan Hickman run of X-Men, the Krakoa era, which is fantastic. It's a fantastic run. I highly recommend it, but I'm also a big Jonathan Hickman fanboy. And they basically did the same thing where they were like, fine, all mutants live on Krakoa, and you're all safe here now. And we will basically sell our miracle cure that we get from Krakoa to the world, and they have to abide by our laws and leave mutants alone if they want to keep access to this cure. Fantastic run. But in those characters' minds, again, in that Magneto perspective, he was doing the right thing. He believed that what he did was right. And that's what makes an interesting antagonist. So Jed Lucan, very interesting character. Some of the characters, we didn't really get to spend a whole lot of time with Gabe. I mean, granted, he does bite it in the first one, and then we don't see him again until the weird, freaky flashback, otherworldly stuff that happens at the end. Gabe seems like a nice enough person overall. Definitely an alcoholic, but most of the characters are alcoholics. One minor strike against this game. They do really, because it takes place in a bar, and they're going with the Cheers aspect, right, of Norm, everybody knows your name, right? They do really force alcohol on you, it seems. Like, it's kind of an ever-present thing. Now, granted, you don't always have to choose those options. Sometimes you do have a choice. Other times you don't. And as a person who's been sober for many, many years, it feels just a little bit of an annoyance where it's like, but what if I want to play the character sober? And there's very often not that option. Especially in the case of like playing the drinking game with Steph. As cute as it is to have their back and forth, also, I don't know, I always had a minor problem with it where it's like, it feels kind of gross to force somebody you like to drink, even though it's her game that she came up with. I don't know. It's a cute scene, but like, had it been more of a truth or dare type thing of just for funsies, I'd be more of a fan. But again, minor things. What else? We talked about graphic. The setting of the game is fine. Like the Haven, it feels very much like tiny Colorado town. I was born and raised in Montana lived there for many, many, many years. Seeing Haven definitely feels like, yeah, this is what small Montana town feels like, even though this is set in Colorado. The two aren't that different. If you've ever spent time in a mountain town in Montana, you've probably spent basically the same thing in a mountain town in Colorado. It definitely feels like, they got the vibe right. It definitely feels more. I like that they tried to stay away from dated slang, right? And maybe this was from Life is Strange 1. Maybe they learned the lesson from that. I love Life is Strange 1. It's a great game. Some of the dialogue, a little bit cringe, just saying, because they're writing it from the perspective of I think Max is supposed to be 18, so she's like right at senior year. But it's written from the perspective of 30-somethings write 18-year-olds. And that was always, case in point, wowzers, which characters do give her shit for. In fairness, characters do give her shit for it. They're like, nobody says wowzers, Max. But I don't know, it, especially with the the go fuck your selfies, and it, what it felt like is sometimes, not all the time, it's just here and there, but sometimes the dialogue felt a little bit like the film Jennifer's Body, if you've ever seen it, with Megan Fox and Amanda Seyfried. It is the second Diablo Cody movie. Of course, Diablo Cody also wrote Juno. Juno was great, but Juno is a movie about a teenager who's acting too grown up. And so it doesn't really talk like a teenager. Juno is very well spoken for herself. Also, shout out to J.K. Simmons from the film Juno. You're a good kid, J.K. Simmons. But in Jennifer's Body, it is high school students, and it's a woman who is in her 30s writing dialogue for high school students, being played by women in their late 20s and 30s. And so it feels very much the hello, fellow teenagers. And it just doesn't read as authentic to me. But then again, teenagers today are talking about 6'7" and Skibbity Toilet and the Rizzler from Ohio, and even people younger than teenagers. So the fuck do I know, man? I know the kids are not all right. That's about it. But overall, game is very good. I very much enjoy it. What else is good about this game? I really like the user interface. It is very easy to interact with. The ability to make the collectibles highlighted. The fact that and I talked about this a little bit, where you can turn on you hit the left trigger to activate your powers, and objects that you can interact with will outline in a color of their emotional aura. But even if you don't push that button, it has the little white dot that's pulsating, letting you know, hey, this is something that has emotions. It does it with people, it does it with objects. Anytime it does it with an object, that's a collectible. Easy enough to find. They made it so much easier. Some of the photos in Life is Strange 1, a little bit tricky. And you really, you got to pay attention in double exposure, because if you're not careful, you will miss a photograph. Like, you have to be that curious little kitten that walks around, and anything that highlights in a white border, you got to push triangle on it. You just got to analyze everything. So this one having that ability to, like, hey, this is a collectible. This is a collectible. By the way, if you use your powers, you'll be able to find this collectible. So I really appreciate that as an accessibility thing, because I hate missing collectibles, especially in a game that, like I said, this, honest to God, one of my favorite platinums, because it is a great game. You can knock it out in what? I mean, we've been playing total. I think we were at 14 hours, maybe, when we started today. And we've put in like maybe 6 hours. And a lot of that was pausing and yapping. It's happened a lot. So really, it's like 20 hours or less. You can easily beat this game probably faster than I did. You can platinum it in one go through. That is fantastic. I love that. I hate when there's trophies that force you to go back and play a second time to choose another option. If you're going to do that, put a chapter select in your game. Let me just chapter select to the places I need to go to get the other options. Don't make me play through the entire game, especially if it's a long game. Don't make me play through the entire full thing just for the trophies that I want to get. That feels rude. What else is good? I love this. I've always loved this. The showing the stats that players choose. That's something they have done in every Life is Strange game. I really appreciate that. They did that in all the Telltale games as well. I really enjoyed that part. What else? I think that about the actors. That's right. Erica does a phenomenal job as Alex. Absolutely phenomenal. Honestly, like, she is my favorite protagonist from Life is Strange. Steph, Katie Bentz, who's also on Twitch. Katie is great as Steph. But I liked the character even from seeing her in Before the Storm. She was always like, "Oh, Steph, you delightful little nerd. You play D&D with people. You're really cool. Can I have your phone number?" And they just continue that, except they make Steph even cooler, where they're like, "Yeah, she plays D&D. Also, she's a radio DJ." I finally got that mosquito, chat. We did it. I'm so proud. I finally got that fucking mosquito that has been flying around the entire stream and the one before. Holy shit. Sorry to PETA. We got there, gamers. We did it. We did it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got them. But yeah, the game is overall good. I highly recommend it. I know it was just recently on sale. I don't think it still is. If you can catch the game on sale, I highly recommend it. I think I bought it on sale, the full deluxe edition on PS5. I think I got it for like $15 to $18. And that's the full deluxe one with all of the different clothing options and all the bells and whistles for under $20. And like, I will say, these games do regularly go on sale. So if you're interested in any of them, definitely throw them on your wish list on whatever your favorite console is. They're pretty much playable on everything these days. They do go on sale pretty frequently. But I also was one of those day one people. I owned this game physical on PlayStation 4. I pre-ordered it at GameStop years ago. Is that with the remasters? No, because I already owned the remasters. I already bought the remasters separately because at the time I only had a PlayStation 4. So I already owned True Colors. And then the remasters came out a little while after. Actually, I owned the original versions of Life is Strange 1 and 2 on PlayStation 4. And then I bought them as the remasters on PlayStation 4. But yes, you can also get a bundle of this and Life is Strange 1 Remastered and Before the Storm Remastered, usually in a bundle. The bundles, though, they don't go on sale as often. Usually you got to look at the single games. But it's very much worth it. I highly recommend it. Even full price, they're not stupid expensive. I think I was looking up Life is Strange 2. I want to say it was like $17 to $18 recently, because episode 1 is free. And then it's like under $20 for the other 4. So still pretty good deal. The games aren't super expensive. They go on sale all the time. And they're worth it, you know. We've talked about the dollar to fun ratio that I have, right? I say that for every dollar you spend, or for every $5 you spend, if you get an hour of enjoyment out of it, that is a good return of investment. Yeah, see, you got Life is Strange 2 on sale for like $5. Yeah, they go on sale super cheap all the time. And especially with Black Friday and Cyber Monday right around the corner and heading into the Christmas season, they're probably going to go super discount very soon. So if you are at all interested in any of the games in the series, I highly recommend wishlisting them, because you can probably get them for super cheap. But going off of that metric, the $5 per hour of fun, if we've been playing this game for 20 hours, do the math. $5 per hour of fun. That means in order for this game to be a good return of investment, I would pay $100 for the amount of playtime that I had enjoyment. And I paid under $20. That is $1 per hour of fun. That is fantastic. Granted, I am a little bit biased because I did know that I already enjoyed this game. But I highly recommend it. It is very good. Do not play it with stream safe mode on. Do not. That was miserable. The music in this game is so good. And if it wasn't for the fact that I do all the VOD stuff on YouTube, because the thing is, they'd probably be fine on Twitch. But YouTube gets so up their ass about music. If you intend to play it on stream, maybe if you care about the copyright stuff, maybe skip this one. If you don't intend to play it on stream, absolutely don't play with stream safe mode on. It is awful. I hated it because there's so many good moments. You saw the name go by on the credits a few times with MXM Tune, their version of Radiohead's Creep, which was also the background music used in today's Instagram post to promote tonight's stream. That version of Creep is hauntingly beautiful. It's fantastic. That being the scene where Alex first opens the guitar and starts playing and it's dead fucking silent was the worst. The Kings of Leon scene with the dorky dance between Alex and Gabe is actually really cute, with the licensed song playing in the background. But without it, you just hear shoes scuffing on the floor, and it's incredibly awkward. And also all of the music heightening moments of like tension building and drama and atmosphere, all of that being removed. It's something. It's really something. I'll be honest with you, chat. It was real rough playing through the silence. I do my best to be entertaining for y'all. I hope that shows, and yap through that quiet. And in some cases was singing songs along in the background just to kind of meme and to fill in the empty space. But man, I'm wearing headphones playing this, and man, hearing deafening silence. Oof. All I can hear is my own voice resonating in my skull while that's happening. And I hated it. But otherwise, the game is great. I really loved it. Oh, thank you so much, Legends. Thank you. I really appreciate you. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate that so much. That's so kind of you. Thank you for the biddies. Let's go over our options. I need to get caught up on chat here. I saw a lot of stuff flying by. I got busy on the what's good. Did you miss some chat from earlier? I missed quite a bit of chat from earlier. Quite a bit. I'm getting caught up now. So, cheap plug there. I saw that. Pick up right. They picked the right side, the step side. It was because here's the thing, right? ADHD and DID on top of that. I do my best to read chat when it comes up, but I've learned that when I do the what's good, I have to ignore you guys just briefly so that I can get through the thoughts and get them finished. Because if I stop to read chat, we will be here for the next 12 hours. And I will never get any of those thoughts finished. And so I'm learning the more I do this, I'm learning the best way to handle it. Oh, you're going to sleep? Good night, legends. Thank you so much. Thank you again for the kindness. Enjoy your sleep. Get some rest. Let me get caught up on your guys' chats here. That was exactly Emma's intention. Emma's definitely made her choices loud and clear with the comic books. Yeah, this was the only cross-generation. No, I just forget that Life is Strange 1. Where is it? Plus, the physical version of Life is Strange 1 only came out on PS4 and Xbox One. Right, because it was digital back in the day on 360. Because that's the version I played, was the digital on 360. Golden Cop from DS9, right. Got love for DS9 references. Even when Magneto and Xavier are pretty much stand-ins for Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Yes, I was actually just talking with my coworker about that today. Yes, it's very clear that that's who those characters are. And I know that Jack Kirby and Stan Lee have both said repeatedly that they're like, no, we didn't intend it as that. And it's like, you did. Yeah, you may not have intended it, but that's what it was. Some of those photos in Life is Strange 1, you had to do a little bit of a puzzle to get them in at times. Yes, also that the collectibles in Life is Strange 1 could be real rough. We talked about the remasters because there's an Ultimate Edition. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just saw the bit thing again. Because there's an Ultimate Edition of True Colors that also comes with the remasters. Yes, I did see that, but again, I didn't buy the Ultimate Edition of True Colors. I just got the deluxe one that came with wavelengths and the extra outfits because I didn't need the bonus one because I already had the remasters. Because the remasters aren't PS5. The remasters are PlayStation 4. They can play on a PlayStation 5, but they're not designed for the next gen ones technically. Team Trine from Legends, thank you again. Did you miss some of chat from earlier? I'm now caught up. I am going to get some sleep. Bye everyone from Legends. Charlie saying goodnight and JR saying goodnight. Awesome. We are now caught up. Yay. Yeah, sorry. I was not intentionally ignoring you guys. I promise. I wasn't intentionally ignoring you to be rude or dismissive. I was intentionally ignoring you because if I didn't, we'd never get through any thoughts. And I'm learning that about myself. That's why it took like 2 fucking hours to do the wrap up on Double Exposure. Because I get so easily distracted. And on Horizon. Yeah. I try and do so what's good? Let me be short, concise, talks for fucking 2 hours. Because every 3 seconds I go, squirrel. What was I talking about? Yeah. So that's I'm doing my best to, keep the train moving. Let's go over our choices, shall we? Let's see what we chose, what the outcomes were. So, wow, 56% of people stayed in Haven Springs. 44% hit the road to play her music. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I do my best. I always do my best. Sometimes I get a little in my own head and I'm like, I'm fucking up. I'm failing. They're all going to laugh at you. Old Adam Sandler reference there. 69, nice, percent. Alex forgave Jed for his actions. See? Good shit. Good shit. Even though I'm pretty sure in my first playthrough, I did condemn him. It was the pandemic, y'all. I was not as nice and merciful. I had to deal with so many chin diapers and people being rude for no fucking reason. I was not merciful. Not to Jed, not then. Let's see here. 52% Alex claimed she learned not to fear her emotions. Okay. 42% Alex claimed she learned the meaning of home. 6% Alex claimed she didn't learn anything in Haven. Oh, wow. That one is way less popular than the others. 12%. Everyone on the council supported Alex. Yo, big shout out to JR. If you are not, okay, one more time. If you are not following JR, what are you doing with your life? I question your choices. I question your decisions. I'm not shaming you, but I do have questions. If you are not following Team Evil 1991 on Twitch and subscribed on YouTube, what are you even doing with your life? Like, honestly, this man is fantastic. He is my Life is Strange guru. He is a wonderful person. And that right there, that 12%, that's all JR. Every time I'm like, JR, I would love to get the good ending. What do? What do? So thank you for guiding me through that, homie. Wow. Yeah, a lot of people don't get all the right ones because 83% some members of the council stood with Alex. 5% none of the council members. Okay, that 5% has to be the we're just testing the options. How do you get every choice wrong? Like, that means you actively sign the waiver with Pike. You tell Charlotte that she needs to sign for the money from Typhon. That means you have to take her emotions from. You have to take the emotions from Charlotte. You have to out Eleanor to Riley, and you have to leave fucking Ducky alone in the bar. Like, you actively have to be choosing to be a fucking monster to get nobody? Damn. And you probably have to side. You probably also, I assume, well, even though they're technically not council, but you probably also are doing the no romance run so that not even Steph or Ryan necessarily want to side. I assume. 11% Alex wanted to play her music in the future. Wow, we were in the minority there. 42% Alex wanted to belong somewhere in the future, and 47% Alex wanted to help more people in the future. Wow. Okay, maybe we chose a little self-serving option, but you know what? I feel like my baby Alex deserved it. She'd been through some shit. She just helped the entire fucking mess of a town of people that need to get fucking therapists and maybe join AA. She helped them through all their bullshit while dealing with her own. And you know what? She earned this break. Oh, Steph sides with us no matter what? Okay, good. That's why she's the true ride or die. 35%. Alex took a moment to reflect in the apartment. Aha! See? That's why I laid back in the bed. Even though we got up, I laid back in the bed because I was like, this is going to be an option. I know it. I feel it in my jellies. That's why you always call her the ride or die. Yep. She's down to clown no matter. 46% Alex didn't see Ryan after the vote. More? Oh, Ryan didn't stand by us during the vote. Oh, it's only if you romance Ryan? Okay, that's fine. I'm fine with that. Wow, how manipulative Ryan. Ryan is actually a manipulative piece of shit. He'll only back people if they're fucking him. Ew. Ew, Ryan. That's why you only get the sad rooftop scene for Ryan. Well, he can be sad. Because he wants to manipulate me and not side with me against his dad because I'm not boning him. Ew, Ryan. That's so ew. Let's see. 18% Alex forgave Ryan for not believing in her. And 5% Alex wasn't ready to forgive Ryan. So those are the options where Ryan doesn't side with us, which means you have to not get the majority of the council on your side. And then we get to the final ones. Charlotte sided with Alex during the vote, 44%. Right. There's the 4% Charlotte believed Alex but couldn't help. That's if you leave Charlotte with her emotions, but also tell her to sign the Typhon agreement, which is why she can't help. 52% Charlotte turned her back on Alex. That's if you take Charlotte's emotions from her, then she's so just catatonic that she doesn't say anything. 50-50 down the middle. Eleanor sided with Alex during the vote. 50% of people don't give a shit about people with dementia. Damn. Or is it 50% of people forgot she had it because they have dementia? But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. 74% Pike sided with Alex during the vote. 26% Pike told Alex to give up. Obviously, the Eleanor offered to get Alex help is if she doesn't side with you if you basically like ruin Riley's fucking life and Riley finds out that Eleanor has dementia, then she doesn't want to help you. Pike is if you don't take his fear from him. 46% Ducky sided with Alex during the vote. Wow, we're in the minority there. 54% Ducky remained loyal to Jed. So if you don't help Ducky, he turns on you. 31% Ryan believed Alex during the vote. 69% Ryan believed Jed during the vote. Holy shit, man. 2 out of 3 people didn't get enough votes to get Ryan on their side. Damn. 69%? Nice. Ryan and Alex start dating in Haven Springs. That's 23%. Ryan leaves Haven to be with Alex. 10%. These are all the Ryan dateable options. 67% Ryan and Alex don't get together because Ryan is not the correct option. And then my love, my life, my Luna, my soul, Steph. This is almost the most even. It's a 3-way tie. Ayo? Ayo? We got a 3-way? 3-way with Steph, everybody? 33% Steph and Alex leave Haven together. Also 33%. Yeah, ayo? Steph stays in Haven to be with Alex. Those are that is the dead even tie. Just barely eking them out. 34%, Steph and Alex don't get together, which means 34% of people are playing the game incorrectly, which is fine. No judgment. If you want to play the game wrong, that's up to you. But it's wild to me that there's a minorly higher percentage of people that don't wind up with Steph. That's what we saw in the last one, right? That 2 out of 3 players date Steph. So that's the 1 out of 3. But out of that 1 out of 3, the community is evenly split on whether you stay in Haven with Steph or you go on tour with Steph and run away together. Wild. And then we're back to playing music. There we go. All right, everybody. Do I have friend? I don't have friend stats. None of my friends play this. They should. So that has been our choices. That has been Life is Strange True Colors. Do you feel like life is strange, chat? I feel like life do be strange. Sometimes. Abject silence. Not even the sound of running water. You know, I could forgive it if if you had me as a friend on PlayStation. I'd be all over those stats. Fair. I'll have to DM you. I'll add you on PlayStation. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm easy to find on PlayStation. You put in Triune System, there I am. Bing, bing, bada boom. Like I said, if you put Triune System in the internet somewhere, it's probably me. Not a lot of me running around, at least outside of my head. You know what I'm saying? That's a stupid joke. I could forgive the menu silence if they at least put some atmosphere, like put the running water of the river. Give me the crickets chirping. Maybe give me a bird here and there. I could forgive the menu if you at least gave me that. But not even that, man. It is just dead, abject silence. That's fucked up. It's fucked up. I hate it. I hate it here. Being in this menu is like being at Alex's foster care house. This place is a prison. Anywho, as you could see there, friends, don't forget, this Thursday we are actually wrapping up Life is Strange True Colors. We still have one more part to go. We've got the DLC. We get to play Steph's story, the Wavelengths DLC, which is perfectly lining up, and that's why I wanted to do an extra part today, because do you know what else happens on Thursday, chat? There's a little company called Critical Role that has like 30,000 viewers across YouTube and Twitch every Thursday when they play Dungeons and Dragons. If you're unfamiliar with Critical Role, it's a bunch of nerdy-ass voice actors who get together to play Dungeons and Dragons on the internet for the last 10 years. It is real short for a DLC, but we'll stretch it out because I have many things to say about it. I mean, hell, this one's only been almost 4 hours because I've been talking for the last hour and a half. But yes, we will be doing the Wavelengths DLC, going into Steph's backstory as to how she came to be at Haven. But I wanted to do it on Thursday because that's also when Critical Role happens. It's always on Thursdays. And then considering that during Missive and Readable, our new narrative series that will be starting in December is from Critical Role Games, I felt it all just kind of wrapped up in a ball there. Why is Critical Role important? Well, I'm glad you asked, dear viewer, because this is the DLC. This right here is the DLC where you find out that Steph Gingrich, my love, my life, one Stephanie Gingrich herself, is a critter. She is a fan of Critical Role in the universe of Life is Strange, thereby cementing the fact that Critical Role exists in the Life is Strange universe. if you didn't know, Chad, I'm a pretty big fan of Critical Role. I need to actually watch the new series because they have Brendan Lee Mulligan as their DM now, which is kind of wild. And Matt Mercer gets to play for the first time in 10 years, that's another stream entirely. Great group of voice actors. I really love what they do. And if you couldn't tell from the beanie, I don't know if I've ever actually pointed this out to y'all, chat. The unicorn hoodie that you see me wearing in the official channel art, the pink one with the rainbow horn, that's a Critical Role hoodie. I have a whole bunch of Critical Role merch just off hanging on the door. And even this beanie right there, there we go, chat. There you go. The Jorhas beanie. You could see, there it is. Pulling my hair out. There we go. Right there. Look at that little Critical Role logo. Joke's on you, Chad. I've been a critter the entire time. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I'm a huge Critical Role fan. So I was very excited to hear that Steph was also a critter. It was especially monumental for me because I was there watching on Twitch the very first night that Critical Role debuted 10 years ago. You know what I also did 10 years ago? I played a little game called Life is Strange. So the two were always kind of melded for me. They both hit right at the same time in my life. Critical Role and Life is Strange. So I will forever put those two together as two things that are near and dear in my heart. And to have them cross over, it's going to be awesome. So look forward to that this Thursday at 8 p.m. MST, or check your local listings. Of course, we have the schedule in the doobly-doo on the schedule section just down below. Or if you're on mobile, you can hit the little app extension down just under the video, just above in the top left corner of chat. You can tickle the button right there and see the schedule in your local time. So I'm very excited for that this coming Thursday. And then don't forget, big news, very excited. Dia de los Noptos coming up this Saturday, starting at 8 o'clock again. We will be playing through Layers of Fear, and we will have in-studio guest, my sister, Chicken, is going to be joining us. It's ironic that she's the horror fan, and yet she's the one called Chicken. But I'm the real coward. Ha-ha. So we'll be doing that on Saturday. I'm very excited, very much looking forward to it. Not so much the spooky games, but having my sister on stream. You have to promise to be nice, chat. I already told her you'd be chill. I told her you're cool. Don't make a fool out of me. I can do it fine myself. I don't need your help looking stupid. Work with me on this. I need you to be cool. I'm kidding. You're always cool. But yeah, that's been enough yapping for me. We've been going for almost 4 hours. It's been long enough. I'm kind of like, honestly, I'm not super tired, but it's almost 2:30 in the morning. I know y'all been hanging around for a minute. Since you're cool, I'm pretty sure she will also be cool. She's way cooler than me, honestly. She's kind of also a nerd and a dork, and I love her for that. But she's the other half of my avocado. Because the joke is we both have matching avocado tattoos that I drew for us. I have one half, she has the other half. GG's fun stream as always. Thank you so much. Thank you. Don't go away yet though, because we still got a raid. We love to pass the love along to people. Yeah, she'll be great company. I'm very much looking forward, and she's very excited about it too. Also, chat, because it's Dia de los Noptos, it is the Day of the Dead, and it's the day after Halloween. Feel free to dress up. You know, if you wanna get some extra use out of your Halloween costume if you have one this year, and you want to dress up and tune into the stream, by all means, because you know what? Chicken and I talked about this. We're going to wear our Halloween costumes on stream too, just as an extra little fun bit for you. We're going to be dressing up in our Halloween costumes and playing some spooky games for your entertainment. So you're welcome to dress in yours as well. Let's make a whole costume party out of it, shall we? But yeah, we're gonna pass along a raid. We're gonna do the wrap up and everything. Let me get a raid message going here. One moment, everybody. Shut up, me. God, I don't know what it is. I can't stand the sound of my own voice on recording. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'll let y'all speculate in your minds until we get to Saturday on what you think my costume is. Chances are, if you know me, I drop clues here and there. Let's see. So what is the raid message we always go with? We are going to do the stick up Chloe and say we're on a try raid. That's my favorite my favorite raid message now. I've really grown to enjoy it. Then the stick up again and hands up. Actually, no, we shouldn't do stick up. We should do one of the bouncy emotes. How about that? We're on a try raid. Bounce. Hands up. And then, ayo. How about that? I like that. So do me a favor, if you wouldn't mind, their friends, if you wouldn't mind so kindly, do me a favor, copy their raid message, because we are going to find somebody to go raid here in just a second. Let me figure out who we want to go raid. Let's see who's on. And I try to find either channels that we're following or that we're friends with, or sometimes smaller creators that maybe we don't know yet. It all just depends on who's around and who's vibing and who's chilling. Oh, perfect. It's the bestie herself. We're going to go raid Berserk. If you haven't seen, she is doing a co-working and studying stream, so we have to behave. We can chat. She does see our chats, but it is co-working and studying, so for her, it is still, a work day, midday, but it's very much a vibe. It's very comfy. It's very cozy. Honestly, because of the time that she streams, because she's 14 hours ahead of me, it's perfect, chill, fall asleep stuff, and she's totally cool with that. I tell her all the time, I'm like, do you mind if I just you get the vibes going, and I just conk out. So it's late enough for me, and I know it's even later for some of you. So let's hang out with Bess. Let's say hello, and then we'll just vibe and chill with her, shall we? Let's get that set up. If you haven't yet, please do copy that raid message so that we can let her know we're coming. Let's get that countdown rolling. And let's do the sign off, shall we? If you've made it this far, YouTube, I want to thank you so very much for tuning in. Thank you for watching the VODs. If you want to watch live, you can find us on twitch.tv at Triune System every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 p.m. Thank you so very much. If you want to join in the comfy crew, you can see your chats right up there on the screen, just like you've seen some of the homies tonight. If you missed any and all parts of any of the parts, really, or even sections of the live stream, you can also join the YouTube frogs and check out the VODs at youtube.com/@TriuneSystem. Thank you so very much. Appreciate it. If you would like to support the stream, you can do so in a number of ways, just like Legends did earlier tonight, and gift bits. You can also subscribe. You can also watch during ad breaks with Twitch Turbo. That pays the streamer as well. Or if you have Amazon Prime, you can always use your one free Prime sub, give those Bezos bucks to a streamer of your choice. Of course, all of these things appreciated, but are never required. You are never required to spend any money unless you so choose. If you have made it this far in the video and you've been lurking in the shadows, do me a favor and drop a follow. It costs you literally nothing, and it helps me out tremendously. Or if you're watching on YouTube and you've made it this far into the VOD and you're not subscribed by now, maybe subscribe, please, uwu? Maybe Ken has subscription? But until then, thank you very much, friends. Have a good night. I've been Tryon. You've been amazing. Take care of yourselves and each other, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.